What's up? What's up? What's up? What's good?
What's power?
We a minute early, but that's cool. If you are already in or about to be in, go ahead and smack up the like buttons, baby. Let's get that stuff going.
Please and thank you.
It helps with the algorithm. It helps YouTube to think that we're important, and both of those things are incredibly, incredibly important for us. It's very good for Facebook to know that we're cool. So, yeah, be a cool person, be a cool guy, gal, whatever, and hit them likes because we need the views and the likes. We need both in tandem. I know y'all haven't seen the title, so we actually just really came up with the idea of talking about that here recently. So yeah, this is about to be a very, very interesting discussion, especially if we start getting some people in. How you feeling, bro?
I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of them allergy type of days.
I feel that.
But we gonna make it through.
Bro, allergies are trash.
We are going to power through.
That is literally all that is. You can't do nothing about that. Let me see. Of course, just let me know if the sound's good, how everything's looking, how everything's going. Let's see. Trying to make sure everything is streamlined.
Who's ever in the chat, make sure you share this.
Yep. Feel free to say what's up, man. We ain't scared.
Like the video.
We ain't crazy. Let's see.
It's free.
Tell us if something's sounding crazy. If we start skipping or, anything happens, because honestly, we can't tell. So we kind of need y'all to tell us. We're going to wait a little bit, get some more people in, and then we'll get right into this discussion, get knee deep in it, because I know this is gonna be a good one for real.
For sure.
Yeah, it should be good. Also, if you do enjoy what we do and you're new here, please feel free to subscribe. We need more subscribers as well. The more subscribers we have, the more participants that we have, the more participation we have, the more streamlined we can make this platform, and the more we can talk about the things that y'all want to hear and y'all want to discuss.
Oh, we got a new subscriber, Geraldine Mural.
Oh, that's Geraldine. What's up, girl? I went to school with her. She's real cool.
Okay.
She is currently. You just got another master's degree, didn't you? I believe you just recently graduated. What's up?
Hey, bro. That pill.
Yeah.
Is that one of those kind that like stuff your nose or make it run?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't think it stuffs you. It don't stuff your nose. Yeah. Now she's in a PhD program. So yes. Many congrats to you. That's what's up. Look, we got highly educated folks. Let's see. Thank Tevin later. Is tapped in. What's good, man? I don't think we've had you on the channel before. What's good? Oh, it's Deontay. Oh, what's good, bro? What's bracking, man? It's good to see you in the lineup, bro. Once again, Deontay, this dude. Thank Tevin later. I'm gonna go by your name on here, so that way we ain't dropping governments. But this man also has a podcast called the Sabali Podcast. I'm really not entirely sure how often you upload. But if you want to, feel free to share that link, bro, so that way they can check you out as well. We're probably gonna be doing some collaborations with this man too soon. Just in different ways, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. It's good to have you here. I'd like to say not even, I guess it's a humble brag, but I like the fact that I have and we both do as a collective podcast, we have listeners and we have participants and people who are fans who are members of kind of the upper echelon of either education, either in fine arts, or just really people who are just, nose to the ground workers. We ain't really got no bums in our roster, so that's what's up. I feel like that's something that I can definitely brag about. It's definitely, something that I believe in, giving y'all flowers while you're here. It's not every day you get somebody in here who's in a PhD program. That's what's up. But yeah, we wait for my bro to come back. Hopefully he ain't fell in. He too big to fall in, but you never know. He said, "Don't do it, bro. Don't do it." What you talking about, bro? Look, I mean, for real, we appreciate y'all. We really do. It's my hope that in the future everything is streamlined and everything is geared to the audience, as in audience suggestions, audience topics, and things like that maybe we can compile, vote on, and we just discuss it accordingly. Maybe eventually even have some of y'all on as honored guests and whatnot. We're gonna move this forward. Okay, it's 4 people and 3 likes. We need one more. Oh man, my man's ain't fell in. It's all good. He has emerged victorious,
bruh.
I gotta get you because you got me last time.
But you was actually using the restroom. I wasn't using the restroom, sir.
They don't know that.
Now they know it.
They don't know
that. You trying to put me on Front Street.
Oh, dang. Y'all. Hey, what's up, Tristan? He said, "Hey, guys, they got me on a Facebook ban." What did you do, bro?
Are you in Facebook jail, partner?
Dog, look, this is the perfect subject for you, bro. Because we talking about cancel culture.
Excuse me.
You experiencing it. Mark Zuckerberg got you. Mark Zuckerberg got you in that cage, man. Free my bro Tristan.
Definitely, you guys, for those of y'all who are just now tuning in, please go ahead and share this. Like it. If you're watching this video, ain't no reason why you shouldn't be liking it.
Yeah, for real. We are here for you.
Yes, we are here to serve.
Why am I not surprised? He said, "I think I was talking Star Wars with someone." Okay, yeah. This is something I've learned. I did not know this for the longest time, and I should have known it because it applies to most franchises. Star Wars fans are very aggressive concerning where they align themselves and how they feel about certain topics and subjects, which I think that can be said about pretty much any long-standing community, fan community.
Definitely.
But yeah, I didn't know it got real like that, especially now that you have because of Disney. Now you have a split between the original and the canon. So now you actually have a division in that, right? Well, no, it's not original. It's Legends. It's Legend. They have the old stories that involve the old timeline before Disney. That's called the Legends section now. And then you have the current stuff that Disney is doing with the story and revamping it called the canon. Yeah. It goes deep. Yeah, man. You can't be feeding the trolls, dog. You can't be feeding the trolls. It's not healthy. Trust me. I follow Dragon Ball blogs, man. Anime blogs in general are very aggressive, so especially when it comes to power scaling and things of that nature. I will probably get canceled for saying certain things concerning that. Don't fight me, man, for real. But anyway, let's see. And that's my problem, man. It's like a train wreck. I can't help it. Yeah. You know what? I feel that. It's like it's like seeing a train wreck firsthand. You want to look away, but you can't. You know, like, I don't even know, man. I do feel that because some of them get so outrageous and stupid that I just be like, dog, I got to speak on this. I definitely got to speak on this. You know, shoot, I'm like, no, this ain't it. Let's see. I'm sitting there trying to work this lovely piece of technology when I should just stop being ghetto and actually.
This man is right-handed, trying to use this watch on his right hand.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell him if he would just switch it to his left, but he creature of habit, so he won't do it.
Look, I'm right-handed and I keep my watch on my right hand. That's just always been the way I've been. I might change and make an exception for this just because trying to write and do stuff on here.
Can I give you one other reason to switch it?
Okay.
And this is actually more logical than anything else I've said.
Mm-hmm.
And that is that your right hand is dominant, right? Because you're right-handed. Right. So you're more likely to nick it with that wrist because you're using more. You see what I'm saying?
That's a valid point because I ain't gonna lie. I was mad careful just being like, let me ranch like, around here. Let me
You gotta do that Butler from Scary Movie 2 hand.
Oh, the little
man, bro. I used to do that. Like I used to imitate that.
What's up, Kiki?
In school,
bruh.
I might show that toward the end when we get to like the closing and stuff. I might
look. You know what?
Do a demonstration.
You know what? This is just an outside observation, but I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if it's because I gained weight or because of just the angles of the camera, but I realized that at certain angles, it looked like I got baby hands, dog. And it's because I have thin fingers. You know what I'm saying? It's weird. Like in my graduation picture, I thought they held it at a wrong angle because if you look at it from the wrong angle, it looks like my hands are tiny holding that mug. I'm just like, it looked like I got T-Rex hands, bro.
No.
Leave me alone. First off, Kiki, I don't know why you coming at me like that in my house. You know, okay, we got 6 viewers and 7 likes. That's what's up.
Come on, y'all, let's
on
do
the
it.
Subject. Dang
Please share this. How do we sound?
Look,
sound check. How do we sound, y'all?
Look, these hands may look thin, but they ain't weak. All right, I'm just saying.
Defend your honor, brother.
Besides, I know my hands ain't tiny because I would suck terribly at playing the piano. I don't suck that much at playing the piano as a result. But then again, mine stretch too, so there's that. I don't know. Yes. Might sound good. I can hear everyone well, and the music isn't overpowering. Good balance. Thank you, sir. That's what I've been aiming for.
Cool.
Okay, see, y'all coming with the jokes. Your twin coming with the jokes. She said 30 years of slave feet, and now the baby hands.
First of all, I'm not even gonna get into insiders right now, and my sinuses is acting up. So I'm on good behavior tonight. I'm gonna get passionate because we talking about cancel culture, and that's fun.
Emphasis for now.
But I'm chilling right now.
Right.
I am chilling, and it sounds like we have a downpouring.
Yep.
They love hitting us at the studio.
On live. I found a way to edit that out pretty well, so most of the time y'all don't even hear it. That may not be possible in this case, so y'all just gonna hear the torrential downpour.
Y'all, it's coming down. How do y'all hear it? How are y'all hearing us right now, given that it's coming down outside? Yeah. I'm not entertaining none of that. Sound good still, cool.
Okay, good. Oh, she said Rick James Jr.
Yeah, I'm reframing. I'm reframing. I'm on good behavior.
Look,
like I said, my sinuses is acting up. I ain't with the ish.
We trying to not get canceled while talking about cancel culture.
I mean, I don't care to get canceled, but
look,
at least let me get home.
Just be glad we ain't monetized, because guess what? That would mean that all Jones got to be super chats.
Woo! Right.
You gotta slide some bread, even if it's $1.
I'm definitely
Even
into
if
I'm definitely into that concept.
Even if it's $1, you gotta send that super chat to Joan. And if it's real spicy, you gotta send a little more money.
Look, let me tell y'all why I'm not joining in. Let me tell y'all why I'm not joining in. I've been having some sinus issues today. Allergies acting up.
Mm-hmm.
What made it worse is that Nick. What made it worse is this dude across from me gave me a pill.
Why you make it sound like that?
He gave me drugs, okay?
I did not give you drugs.
It wasn't until after I took it that I thought about it.
One.
And I was like, wait a minute. What kind of pill did you give me? And it's the one that make your nose run.
Hey, they work differently for everybody. Okay, you know what? Just for the record, I'm going to try this on my left hand today. Today. It's going to be weird because my armband's going to be on my other hand, other wrist. My wrist going to feel naked, but it ain't. So, you know.
The major switch up.
It is a major switch up because this is so weird to me.
Y'all, we probably going to start in about 5 or so.
Oh, my Jesus.
So definitely share this to your folks.
Yeah. Yo, it's like the rain is really competing for us.
I swear he offered me them recall medicine.
Hey. You know what? You know why? The recall medicine worked better than the stuff that you gotta pay $30 for.
The ones that you have to damage out because the seal is broken.
Oh, I ain't got you that bad. Shoot, man. Don't be putting me out in the streets.
Ain't no cotton in the bottle or nothing.
I'm not giving you no look. You got me out here sounding like I gave you some re-rock. Leave me alone. Y'all not gonna judge me.
Whew.
Y'all not gonna judge me. But anyway, we got 6 people. We got 7 likes. If this rain decides to, not be disrespectful for 2.2 seconds, we can go ahead and get this discussion. But you know what? The rain ain't stopping y'all from dropping some comments. What are y'all thoughts on? Stop it. What are y'all thoughts on cancel culture? It can be good, bad, ugly, whatever.
Hello.
Okay, Tristan said, "What's up, Kara? What's up, Carl? I almost said your name wrong here. What's good? Let's see." Tristan said, should people be able to acknowledge on their own terms when they've said or done wrong, or should the masses hold them responsible? I guess it depends on what's said or done, but it seems to me people worry too much about what others say. Okay, that's a pretty loaded question, but I can't agree with that last part. In a lot of ways, society is more or less dictated to us that, it's kind of the hero mentality, at least to me, which is heroes are not made, they are appointed. As in, you don't make yourself into a hero. Someone appoints you as that based on what you feel, on what they feel about or perceive of what you do, right? So, in essence, public opinion is important, or in so much that you consider it important. To me, I wouldn't say necessarily public opinion, but the opinion of your peers that do know and understand you as a person should be validated. The opinion of the public, the general public that doesn't really know much about you, hit or miss, because there's no telling how much information they do or don't have in that specific situation.
Hey, hold up. We got 10 people in the stream. Like this, share, comment, subscribe. Let us know if you here. Say present.
Light it up. You can even leave a thumbs up or a peace sign. We ain't even gonna make y'all talk if you don't want to talk.
Yeah, y'all. As long as we know you here.
Right. If you want to be a passive listener, that's just fine. We know not everybody's into that. Let me see. Let's see. Let's read these others. I hope that kind of answers some of what you were asking, Tristan. Okay. Jerlyn said, would you rather me call you Aqua? Would you rather me call you Aqua? Because I'll call you that. Because I know that's your nickname. I'll probably just stick with that. She said, I think that people have the ability to change and acknowledge when they have messed up. And I think that cancel culture has been a bit excessive. As if we haven't done stuff that has been suspect for sure that other people don't know about? Yes. Okay, cool. We're sticking with that. Others should watch what they do and say because of their platforms, but still, yes. Okay. And to piggyback on that, Kiara Robb says canceling. I guess she's saying canceling. Canceling is not always permitted depending on the level of the person's position. Okay. Let me try and address that first part. Do you want to? You want to?
What part?
Basically, when she said, what Aqua said is, I think that people have the ability to change and acknowledge when they have messed up. And I think the cancel culture has been a bit excessive, as if we don't have, as if we haven't done stuff that has been suspect for sure that other people don't know about. Yes, others should watch what they do and say because of their platforms, but still. So basically, in short, she feel like it's a bit excessive.
I agree with that. As far as my position on cancel culture, here's the thing. I think the prominence of the canceling in the culture is a bit excessive. I would also like to add that I think for some reason, and maybe it's because of the notoriety and the fame, the money and all of that stuff, I think we put celebrities on a pedestal, society. When I say we, I mean society. And so it makes it hard for those people to really have any sort of past to do anything. Mm-hmm. The thing is that if it's almost like a public hazing. Like when y'all think about like how some of these incidents and stuff played out, it's like hazing.
Yeah.
And it's like you must apologize or else. And the thing is that like some of the examples that we see, it's from past things that people have done that for one reason or another, primarily because it's on the internet, it hasn't been removed. Mm-hmm. And so there's like this assumption that those people are still those people and they need to apologize for what they said like 5 or 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily subscribe to that. And also I feel like if that's the case, we all, just because we are a celebrity, if we're going to keep it a buck, everybody got some fuckery in their closet, right? Everybody got some fuckery that one could argue you should be apologizing to society for. Right? We can't pick and choose when those dynamics at play. If we're going to try to hold people accountable, we have to hold ourselves accountable that same way.
Exactly. Let's see. What Aqua said is it's like the first go-to instead of thinking about other options before straight up canceling. Kiki said it's being abused and misused. Aqua also said, and also what does canceling look like? Can be conceptualized differently? And she said that she agrees with your hazing comment. Okay. Tristan said 100%. Aqua said, and it gets brought up as if it's current. Kiara Robb 25 says cancel culture isn't always permanent depending on the person's position. Okay, autocorrect messed that up. Oh yeah, look, trust me, I understand. Autocorrect is my enemy. It'd be having me saying fireworks as just a random word to people. I don't know. It's weird. But yeah, I agree. I think that people should be like, I think that instead of canceling, what we should be aiming for is accountability. And in a lot of ways, accountability, especially societal accountability, cannot be forced. Okay? Even though there are laws in place for certain things that do more or less force accountability, that's just something that we have to deal with because we have to have laws and structure. When it comes to certain other, what you would consider crimes against humanity, okay, Ola's in the chat. What's good? What's up?
How you doing? Welcome.
Right. Accountability.
Please like and comment on the video.
In terms of accountability, in terms of what we would consider a crime against humanity, because nowadays a lot of these things are considered crimes against humanity because they're crimes against humans, they're crimes against people. They should be addressed. I feel like they owe the explanations and they owe accountability to those who they offended first and foremost. They owe accountability to those they offended, i.e. the people they did it to. Not Joe Blow down the street who just so happens to have 10,000 Twitter followers and an itchy trigger finger. You know what I'm saying? As in, if I did something wrong to Johnny down the street, I don't have to tell Paul I'm sorry just because he saw it and got a problem with it. You know? But I do have to approach the person I offended and make certain that I explain my accountability and I apologize and do whatever and make whatever restitution needs to be made. That's the way that should work. You know what I mean? And
okay.
That's why to me cancel culture is a bit it is excessive, because you're putting yourself in the court of public opinions by force, even though you may have already atoned for your actions in the eyes of the person you offended. You know,
Twin said, yeah, but we only cancel people in the entertainment news, but not actual companies that abuse their powers.
Thank you.
And you know what?
Yeah, and look, and Uncle said, say that, speak that.
And I think it happens that way because it's easy.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy to call out a particular person as opposed to calling out a corporation.
Absolutely.
And also, I would just say that, we also got to remember, like, think about how this sounds to basically tell somebody they have to apologize to society.
Right.
Like, what?
You want, like, basically to frame it, you want me to apologize to a bunch of people I don't know and may never meet.
And even if you didn't know,
if I'm let me say it, and even if I'm forgiven by the person that I offended, I am still going to be held in contempt by the rest of society.
Exactly.
The other problem with cancel culture is that there is no true statute of restitution. There is no standard for that. There is no, how do I make this right? Like, it's not like, oh, you get in trouble, you go to jail for some years. You get in trouble with this, you do some community service. You do this, you get on house arrest. No, it's you're canceled until we say you're uncanceled. It's like being put on detention indefinitely, which did happen to me in high school. Not high school, middle school.
Also, though, with that, right? Here's the other thing, man. And this is just a note on apologies.
Right.
Like, truth be told, the I'm sorry part,
yeah,
it sounds good to hear.
Yeah.
But in reality, that's not exactly what's being asked for.
No.
And so, like, a lot of times, as we see, and not just our own personal experiences, but on these larger scales, when we talk about culture and stuff, in terms of cancel culture, nobody really cares, as they care that you apologize.
Right.
But in reality, they really want to see the changed behavior.
Yes. And if you notice, that's the reason why I said restitution versus an apology. Excuse me. Look, okay, two very good examples, and honestly, I'm guilty of the second one. Okay, Kiara Route 25 said, remember they canceled Gucci, but people still want them purses, belts, and bags. Well, and the slides. Aqua said, and Amazon, but we like them prices in Prime, LOL. Look, it just said, maybe because I'm broke, LOL. Facts.
Yeah.
Look,
yeah.
Actually, a perfect example of cancel culture gone wrong in a potential is actually, I don't know if anybody heard about how Kwame Brown was done, or actually has been done for the last 20 years. I didn't even know about this for a while. I happened upon this while talking with some friends, you included, because I think you sent it to me. They were talking about how he was a first-round draft pick at 17, I think, back in 2001.
Yeah.
And he was put on the same team as Michael Jordan. And a lot of crazy things happened around that time because they felt that he didn't measure up to those standards. But he was more or less just dropped in, And a lot of them, from Stephen A. Smith to various others who were in the sports arena, commentary arena, were dragging him, talking about him, lauding his performance.
Except Jalen Rose, who stuck up for him over the years.
Yes, and Shannon Sharpe did actually kind of even the scales. I will say that Shannon and Skip did do that. So it gets brought up, and eventually it comes up that he finally decides to respond and say, well, I'm an adult now. It's been 20 years. I'm almost 40. Why are y'all still talking about this stuff as if you still have an axe to grind against me for essentially existing in a space where I wasn't comfortable? I was basically being hazed. And then in the end of that, the way we go into cancel culture and really just the disrespect that came up is when in the Breakfast Club, and YouTube don't come at me for this because I really don't care. Charlamagne the God mentioned that in the Breakfast Club, and was talking about it. Bro, Skip don't never want smoke. Anyway, Skip don't want smoke from his own co-host. That's a non-issue. But they were talking about it. He was like, at first he was saying, "Oh yeah, y'all gotta leave Kwame alone. Y'all gotta leave Kwame alone, man. You know, he went through a lot. He didn't really deserve all that." And that's cool. And then it goes into, and this is what we call a backhanded compliment. He was like, look, you know, he got a violent family history. You know, his daddy had a whole bunch of kids, committed some very violent acts, and that his brother got locked up or is currently locked up because he either killed his baby mama or attacked her or something. So, you know, he got violence in his family. At no point did they speak on anything in terms of a violent crime or violent offense that this man committed. But they painted a narrative of him having the potential of being a violent, aggressive, or abusive person by virtue of his family lineage. Yeah. And that right there is one of the nastiest versions of what cancel culture can potentially be. Because he made a good point. And Kwame Brown made a good point when he shot back, and he fired back well. We ain't gonna discuss all the scandalous stuff. I don't really need to. Look. If you know, you know. You've been paying attention to the Facebooks and the interwebs about Charlamagne the God.
We may try to put one of those links, at least one of those links. We may try to put in the description.
We might post Lovely T's podcast about that. Shout out to her because she be coming with the facts. Right. It's like, exactly. What did that have to do with Kwame personality? Charlamagne was messy trying to be funny. Yes, that's what we call, and in a lot of ways, that's what we call a benevolence. I call it benevolent shade because there's a version of benevolent racism, benevolent sexism. In this case, it's like a benevolent character assassination. It's like being like, okay, leave that guy alone. Leave that guy alone. You know he crazy. You know he might be crazy. He tripping. Also, I'm tripping because there's 12 people in here and there's only 10 likes. But anyway,
2 of y'all.
Help us out. We need it twice. But in all honesty, he said, look, okay, so you're saying all this stuff because you're really acting too scary. You don't have anything to really get on somebody. And this is one of the problems with cancel culture. If they can't find nothing on you, they'll dig for something. And if they can't dig for something, they'll try to find something with somebody that's associated with you. And then automatically proclaim you guilty by association, even though you haven't done anything to prove that you are of that cloth, that you are cut of that ilk. One of the things that got me was that Kwame made a good point. Okay, so Jeffrey Dahmer's a murderer. He's a serial killer. Does that mean that everybody in the Dahmer family is a serial killer? Does that mean that everybody in his family has the propensity to commit violent murders and violent crimes? No, because if so, the jail will be full with all of them.
Facts.
You know, one thing that I see about that, actually, the right term is gaslighting. They gaslit that man without him even being in the room. Because one thing that I experienced personally, and you may have experienced this too, it's an interesting thing that does happen in the lives of a lot of black males, is as a child, I remember, you know, kids would try to pick on me, try to mess with me, try to ruffle my feathers, get me going and everything. And then the moment, and if I didn't say anything, then it's like, oh, he's a punk, oh, he's this, oh, he's that. If I did respond, though, if I did open my mouth and say, yo, cut that out, and probably not in the nicest words, because I wasn't the nicest kid back then if you tried me. You know, I ain't going to do all that for the sake of YouTube and the viewers. But they'd be like, oh, wait, no, leave him alone, man. Leave him alone. Not because they saying they trying to take up for me and trying to say, yo, let him be, let him live his life. No, they like, no, dog, he crazy. Right. You know, he might get violent. He might get this, he might get that. And it's like, hey, man, calm down, man. Look, we just playing. That's what I always use here. It's like, oh, we're just playing. You're taking this too seriously. You're too sensitive.
Twin said Charlamagne should have been canceled if cancel culture actually worked.
Exactly.
And that's part of the reason why this is the topic of discussion tonight. Yeah. Because we're here to question the mechanism that is cancel culture. Because most of the instances have been situations in which something happened years ago, and it was brought up to suggest that a person still behaved a certain way and they still needed to be held accountable for it.
Right.
By that logic, we have to do everybody like that, which includes all of y'all in this stream and me too.
Yep.
Are y'all ready to apologize?
And even people in the past that we now know their dirt.
Are y'all ready to apologize for the people that you've offended?
Publicly?
To everyone,
right? That you don't even know? Yeah.
Right.
Look, because here's my thing. The other thing about that is there are various situations where, and I hate to make it a race thing, but it's true. What's true is true. This is a black man who was ostracized in the NBA, who was essentially hazed, not only by his peers, but by his superiors, by those who commentated on him, and by those who probably helped to control what his net worth was for the 5, 10, 15 or so years that he was in the league, right? So with that being said, they did nothing about that. They did nothing to address that. But you can see cases where, you know, I mean, what? Britney Spears had a whole documentary made for her. Granted, it was late, but it was made and it was addressed.
See, I didn't even see it, but I was actually telling M. Dot about it a while back. I was like, you know, a lot of people didn't know that about her life before the documentary came out.
Yeah.
And when that came out, I was like, oh,
yeah,
they actually made a movie about this.
Right. And what I'm saying, that too is sometimes the image of what you see can dictate how you dole out sympathy.
Man.
Case in point, as this man is a tall, dark-skinned male who looks rugged, you know, comes from a country town, probably has a bit more of a twang than a proper accent. Yes, he's 17, but he looks like a full-grown adult. They're not gonna, because of that image, they're not gonna be like, oh, he deserves empathy, he deserves sympathy, he deserves to be left alone. You know what I mean? However, somebody who's small and dainty and, you know, has feminine features or anything of that nature, they'll be like, oh yes, we should protect her, we should protect that person, we should do what we can for that person. And actually, sometimes it ain't even that. Sometimes it's where you stand and what your job description is.
I want to read this comment from Tristan.
Okay.
It said, that happened to a friend I went to school with. Some racist hick threatened to lynch him. My friends jumped his ass at lunch. Guess who got kicked out of school?
Yeah.
Sad.
Yeah.
I mean,
for real. And we all know, and if we all think back, we all know instances of these things happening. You know what I'm saying? That's wild. That's wild to me. I'm surprised you actually see it, because I can't see that.
And you know, we have to be careful. That's why, you know, when we talk about measures of cancel culture, while there's plenty of racist and insensitive things that people have said and apologized and went about their way about, we have to correctly categorize things that can actually be considered crimes. You know, like things like breaking the law, like rape, for example, versus somebody saying that they don't find black men attractive.
Case in point, Jameis Packer said, because no matter how much we fight against the system, it was never put in place for us to win. And then Kiara Rob 25 said, everything can't be canceled because we can show what we cannot accept. Thank you. There are other ways. If you want to get certain people out of the way, there are other ways to do it besides canceling them. If you feel a certain type of way about a certain type of individual doing a certain type of thing, you no longer have to support them. That is your right. Just like all of y'all who are on here. We're not holding a gun to you, telling you to be here in this discussion. We're not forcing you to be in this discussion. This is your choice.
Yeah.
And it's your right to choose to agree with what we say, disagree with what we say, or even move on. That's how that works. The thing about that is that there is no statute of limitations for canceling.
I'm still not over it. This is Tristan. I'm still not over it. And this was years ago. You threatened to take my friend's life over his skin tone, but you get to finish school. Fuck you. Fuck my high school. Never going back. Hey, man, I love it.
Do you know
keep that energy?
You want to know what's crazy about that? I can't see those.
Well, listen.
Facebook.
You might have to.
Stuff.
Yeah.
No, because I see Jameis's responses. I see Kiara Rob 25's responses. I see Kiki's. I see another one by Jameis. that just recently been posted and we don't see Tristan's.
Oh, it might be because you need to have it on live chat, not top chat. Top chat doesn't show everything.
Oh,
but
really?
Yes.
Sure enough. You
know
with
what?
that,
I
think you're right.
We have this term that's also associated with cancel culture. It's called SJW, also known as social justice warriors. For those that don't know.
Yeah.
And the thing is that we also have some people. Cancel culture has become so weaponized that there's literally people making posts on the internet where they start out with, "We need to cancel," or "I don't think this is inappropriate. This is appropriate. Do you?" Like, I'll give y'all an example, and I'm paraphrasing as hell. Demi Lovato recently caused some controversy because she always got something to say, and I can't stand her, so I'm just being honest, completely honest here. She recently made some comments about, I think it was like a ice cream shop or something like that out in California that chose to label stuff sugar-free. And basically part of her argument, and we're gonna try to link this in the comments or in the description for y'all.
This should be interesting because I don't know anything about
part of her comment was that labeling stuff a certain type of way is disrespectful and insensitive to people who are suffering from having weight issues. She was particularly more so targeted at those from the fat acceptance community. And I was so annoyed with it for the simple fact that she was only highlighting one type of side to it, while literally dismissing the other types of body deformities and
body dysmorphia.
Yeah, thank you for correcting me. Body dysmorphia and other types of eating disorders,
right?
That literally are predicated on knowing whether something is sugar free or not.
Yeah,
she didn't even think about diabetics or other type of people, and so sometimes
it's not disrespect; it's categorization.
And sometimes we have to be aware of these kind of things when we get out on that ledge to say, "Oh, I'm about to cancel somebody because they doing this." We always have to make sure that we got the other side of the argument too, because there's plenty of people that took offense to her even saying that. She tried to come off as she was being so incompetent, but she wasn't.
Yeah, Demi was trying to get a small snack company shut down. Dog.
But, okay, so you know about it too.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Look, over their labeling of food.
Here's my thing about that.
I can't stand the twin. I can't stand her.
Well, we know Demi's messed up, but I ain't even gonna deal into that because then we might get canceled. But for real, here's my thing.
I don't care.
There is a difference between being an ally, being a supporter, and being a panderer. That is being a panderer because you're doing something that you think is in the best interest of the group that you're trying to appeal to. If you were actually communicating with this group that you're trying to appeal to, if you were actually trying to get the opinions of these individuals, you wouldn't say nothing that wild because they would tell you, yo, that's not what we care about. Okay? It's look, ironically enough, I had a situation like this at work. It's just like how white people have a difficulty saying the word black when referring to us. You know what's interesting though? A lady was trying to tell us about somebody who I guess wasn't being very friendly at the front desk whenever she came through. I'm not gonna say no names. I don't really feel like doing that because she didn't say no names, so I'm not gonna do that. Even though I knew who it was. She was like, no, it's not the girl who was there now. Now it's the girl who was there before. So we was like, okay. And she tried to dance around and say, well, she had brown hair, and she leaned in and said, well, she was colored. I'm like, and this woman, and now mind you, this woman looked about 45. I'm like, dog, they stopped saying the word colored before you were born.
Huh.
How did you think that was worse than black?
How did you think that was the appropriate term?
Look, man, sometimes I wonder. That's a question that's just gonna have to be left up for the court of public opinion to answer.
But colored is descriptive.
Yes,
that's not a race.
Yes,
and see, we have to be like, when it comes to stuff like that, especially with race and cancel culture.
Look, and Cara just said it. Whispers, the black girl. LOL happened many times to me. Yes, it does.
Right.
It does. I'm like, and why did you think it was good to say to me? I'm like, there's me up there, and then one of our coordinators is also black, and we just like, okay, we already know who it is. cool, we'll deal with that. And it wasn't even that she said anything disrespectful, it's just she didn't respond. And I'm just like, okay, cool. You know, it is what it is. Sometimes people have a rough day, and that's why I said, I'm like, maybe she's having a rough day. It's hot that day, you know? It's like 90, almost 100 degrees outside. So anyway, it's just one of those things of sometimes when you're trying to make it better and you think you're making it better, you might be making it worse.
Yeah.
You have to get an understanding of the group that you're talking to. Be spatially aware.
And the group that you're not talking to.
Thank you.
Know the opposite. Know the opposite side of the square.
I personally look, and this is why I personally feel like Black people do have an advantage in this aspect, because this is something that we're taught to do. A lot of us are taught to do this. I always tend to say that Black people tend to, yes, do they think we get offended by them saying Black? I think so. I really think so. The bad part is it makes me feel weird that you feel weird about saying it, because it makes me feel like you're thinking something else and you want to say something else.
And it's like, yo, like, there's an implied, that's the one word that we're like, yo, this is it.
It's an implied disingenuity.
Right?
Look, it's an implied disingenuity. I probably just made that up. But what I'm saying is, if you say something to where it sounds like it's suspect, even if it's not suspect, we're gonna think it's suspect. Yes. Kara said, I've been asked, do I prefer Black or African American? Well, at least they asked you.
It is like, from a linguistic standpoint, it's just like, are you really, if I say I prefer African American, are you really going around, one, are you really going around asking every Black person that? And two, are you really going around calling Black people African Americans?
No, speak truth to power, sis, but they be quick to say to, never mind. Yeah, you're right. As soon as that song, look, they be scared to say Black to your face, but as soon as that song come on, dear mother, cause I'm down for my,
right.
Dear mother, cause I'm down for my, look. No, bro.
And even if you
look, here's my thing. If you can say them words when you listening to the City Girls, you can say Black to me and not be scared.
Look, cancel culture has got so out of hand that, like Twin said earlier, the mechanism that's supposed to help us understand what is cancelable in terms of actions and stuff, completely broken.
Yes. There is no statute of limitations.
We technically canceled Bill Cosby and R. Kelly.
Yeah.
We also tried to cancel Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
We don't even need either one of those two. We can only use one of them. We can only use one of them and still come to the same conclusion.
Right. Yes, I just tell them not to add S onto the word Black. Yeah, okay. I will say that is awkward. I'm friends with the Blacks. Like, you say it like it's a superhero team. Like, coming to stores near you, the first issue of the Blacks. Like, dog, no.
Yeah,
we're not the Avengers, dog. We're a race of people. Like,
I think it's all about, like, the point in which you're using the words and stuff, of course.
Yeah.
Because, like, if you're saying Black to describe who I am, my identity, cool.
Right.
But like you said, Blacks, now the Blacks or even just Blacks, now it sounds like you're talking about objects. All you got to do is attach people on the end.
Yeah.
And it sounds that much better because now I know that you're not just viewing me as anything that's not human.
Like, it's not so much us being referred to as Black. It's us being referred to as a monolithic encompassing term that offers no agency whatsoever for its participants, for the people who possess that trait. I just use a lot of big words, but basically what I'm saying is you remove our individuality when you say it like that.
Yeah.
If you say something and it feels like you're overgeneralizing a group of people that are more massive than your immediate family, then yeah, you probably should do some reformatting.
See, that's part of my problem. That's part of my problem with cancel culture and identity politics.
Right.
Which is a whole nother thing.
Because to be real, I feel the same way as if they say, because I don't even know if I have Hispanic in my family, but if somebody says, them Mexicans or them Spanish folk or whatever they come up with, and I'm just like, you hear yourself.
Let me read the chat real quick.
Yeah.
Tristan says, it feels like they're trying to train themselves not to say the other thing. Unfortunately, many of my fellow whiteys are still trying to unlearn bias. It's messed up. People are people, not crayons.
Bro, thank you.
Target.
On target. I like that. That's a quotable.
OMG
People are
Cara.
people, not crayons. I like that.
Cara, because the blacks is like saying nigger to me. Jamees says, people will legit cancel for anything, though. Not everything. One should be canceled because they have a different view than you. Like, some people don't even fully understand the concept of canceling.
Bro, thank you. Thank you.
And that's what we talking about here, right?
I'm gonna be perfectly honest. Here's a perfect example, because what they call cancel culture is really a subset of what really is acceptability politics.
Yeah.
Which means you gotta nod your head and agree with stuff even if you don't. It's not that they want you to accept it. They want you to agree. And if you don't agree, then you put on that chopping block.
It's like the person that asks you a question and ends it with right every time.
Yeah. Actually, you know what a perfect example of cancel culture is before it even became a word?
What's that?
You know what the perfect example of that is? Did anybody ever read about the Red Scare in your history books? During the Cold War. McCarthyism.
Okay.
McCarthyism is literally cancel culture made into a government sanction. It's government sanctioned cancel culture. Because
Tristan's on it.
Okay. So let me give y'all a brief history lesson. This was during the Cold War. This is when we were engaged in fight. It's like basically a Cold War. It was more or less an arms race. We were engaged in an arms race between us and Russia.
Yep.
Which essentially was just a nuclear dick measuring contest, if you really want to be honest.
This is where all the space and stuff, exploration, this is where all of that stuff was taking place.
Yeah, when you realize that the space exploration was done as a flex, not because it was supposed to do anything big for us or for the American people or for some of us to take pride in. It was a flex by the government. So basically, to frame that around, they had a dedicated list of people who could be considered potential communist sympathizers. As a result of that, they would take them into these meetings and they would ask them a directed set of questions that were aimed in a certain way to where almost no matter how you answered it, you would come out sounding like a communist sympathizer. And if you were labeled as a communist sympathizer, you got blacklisted, which meant you couldn't get work, you couldn't get jobs, you couldn't get positions. There were people who were film stars who were not able to star in any films or be a part of any films because they were considered communist sympathizers. There were various famous people in our community as well. They were considered that. Paul Robeson, somebody who was basically a Swiss Army knife in terms of the fine arts and in performance and singing and like that, he was considered one. Another interesting tidbit, the church that I go to, the founder of that church, Charles Harrison Mason, was considered one too. And that is literally, yes. Tristan said we were racing against the dreaded communists, but we actually had Nazis in our space programs. Look, see, speak truth to power. But like I said, McCarthy. If you really want to know what cancel culture will look like if it's governmentally sanctioned, look up McCarthyism. Yes,
it starts with Douglas McCarthy, and then it goes from there.
Yes.
So you might have heard of the general. If you haven't, start with knowing who he is, and then you'll see why it goes to that, why it becomes that.
Now the ironic thing about that is not even 20 years before this, you had to deal with, actually not even 20 years, I think it was maybe 10. You had to deal with Bull Connor and all that stuff that was going on with the Jim Crow laws. That still hadn't been fully abolished, but they were worried about communist sympathizers within America.
Man.
Are you serious? Yes. Artists, Black Panthers, LGBT, all thrown under the same horrible red banner. Thank you.
Twin said, cancel people who do sexual assault, not the guy who just got off of work and asked you out. I saw a video like that. Girl missed out on a man that owned an auto shop. Yeah. And we
know what? There was a girl who worked at an auto shop and had an OnlyFans, and I think she was actually from Indiana. I think she was from up north, around South Bend. And because one of her coworkers found out she had one, they tried to get her fired.
Yeah, you know what? I'm glad you said that, Twin, because it kind of it deeper dives into some of the other things that end up becoming a part of cancel culture,
right?
That we don't even talk about on a personable level.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why you have to be, when it comes to interacting with people, especially what you say out your mouth, right?
You have to be absolutely careful.
And you have to be direct, because
Yes.
sometimes other people's interpretations of things might cause them to create a narrative. Like, you ever had a conversation with somebody, right? And they did not understand what you said.
Mm-hmm.
And they hit you with, so are you saying da 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 da? And I'm just like, wait a minute. No.
Yes. Look, I've had that happen so many times. It's like, so what you basically telling me, and they reiterated to you, except they put a negative spin on it. Okay, Carmel said, I could get fired. It's in the employee handbook. Yeah. It's like that. Look, now the interesting thing about that is, you still don't have a lot of these places getting dealt with whenever it comes to charges of actual sexual assault or charges of, sexual inappropriateness. There have been people who have gotten accused of that have gotten fired from a job, from one of my jobs.
I mean, think about the Colin Kaepernick situation.
They hardly say nothing.
Think about the Colin Kaepernick situation.
Right.
Whether people really look at it or not, he got canceled. Yeah, like, he did get canceled. He got blacklisted. Despite all of us who supported him, he got canceled
because he didn't have a job.
He definitely did get canceled. In the same sense that, like when we bring up some of the negative aspects, you got your Harvey Weinsteins of the world.
Yeah.
And look, Kevin Spacey is supposed to be in a whole nother movie. I just read that the other day.
Yeah.
Now, and all the stuff that he was participating in with them young boys.
There are certain people that's getting ousted from movies, ousted from other roles now as a result of this. And that's the truth. A lot of these things, see, they like it when it's done in the dark, because the same ones who will try to cancel you for certain things are the same ones that'll hit you up later on about the same thing, but just want to keep it on the hush.
And that's why I say there's a difference between us canceling people for their opinions versus us canceling people for actually doing terrible things. Wrong.
Yes. Look,
yes.
Here's one that I actually just thought of, because I watched, if anybody follows John Solo, Messed Up Origins. I was listening to the Messed Up Origins of the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Oh, man.
Look, you want to talk about cancel culture?
Oh, man.
A perfect example of this version of cancel culture as related to things of like sexual displays or immoral displays. You remember Count Frollo? He wanted that girl. But at the same time, he used his position to either force her to take him or to take death.
Man.
And that's how a lot of this stuff happens. What people don't realize is that cancel culture has been around for an exceedingly long time. We just didn't have a label attached to it, because with any type of movement or large gathering or organization for a purpose, it now has a title. Exactly.
These things now have names, businesses. They basically got their own LLCs for this shit nowadays.
Yeah.
So cancel culture is its own thing.
Yeah.
Identity politics is its own thing.
Right.
Acceptability politics, like you mentioned, is its own thing.
Absolutely.
The fat acceptance movement, that's its own thing.
Yep.
Now these things
are all becoming entities.
They're becoming organizations because people are organizing to fight against these dynamics in society.
And what it is, and you're seeing, and it's really started to show itself during the quarantine and during this pandemic time, because everybody got time to think and people got axes to grind about everything.
It's not even messing with the company having OnlyFans.
Bro.
You're on the clock and not on the clock. Oh, you're off the clock, my fault.
And not on the grounds.
Companies be having whole rapists, but no one say nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, people be sleeping with each other at work.
Oh, bruh. Look, let's talk about, oh my God, man. Look, full predators, they be harassing fellow employees. Either that or they be trying to think that, or they be trying to act like they future up in there, except just not having babies with all of them.
Listen, the workplace is like the greatest example of the dynamics of unethical bullshit.
Yes.
And it's funny because we all have to watch that damn video where they talk about ethics.
Mm-hmm.
Think about this for a second, y'all. How much quid pro quo? Y'all know what that is. Sexual favors. How much of that have you either
peeped out
and or possibly been a part of? And by be a part of, I don't mean like you actually did the whole thing, but somebody approached you.
You was offered.
I know somebody, especially from some of the women I know.
Right.
I know y'all either knew somebody at work that was participating in that, or somebody tried to approach you on some of that.
Or at the very least, you knew somebody who was basically screwing the whole store. Yeah, females get that all the time. Absolutely.
Of course. Yeah.
There was a girl who used to work with us. She was 18 at the time. She got approached by a couple who solicited her sexually.
Bruh.
They wanted her to be their third.
Bruh, I literally kid you not. I literally had a situation like that happen to me a few years ago at one of the places I worked. I helped some customers out. It was a couple with some computer stuff and stuff. And then they literally called back asking for me. And basically the guy went along and basically asked me to, you know what I'm saying?
Word?
Yes.
They wanted you to.
Yes.
They called the store phone.
Bruh, yes.
Oh my God.
Because they couldn't remember my name.
Oh, but they
remember how I look. You know, they described.
Remember that thing?
Yeah, who's I was just like,
look,
what?
Man. Hold on, Tristan got me off this. He said people talk about effing around in the trailers at work. We ain't trying to get canceled by YouTube. Look, we ain't trying. People be talking about freaking in the trailers at work. Like I'm here to work, not receive, and not watch y'all get busy. Kara said, man, my vendors be trying, dog. Look, said I smoke weed in the trailers, but y'all nasty.
Man, it be happening. I knew y'all was gonna have stories.
I had that happen when I was out. He literally sent his girl over. It was the weirdest thing. She was pulling on my arm.
Man.
Hold on. We'll wait for it to finish out because I don't see the rest of it. You might see it before me.
Yeah, I think it just ends with she was pulling out on my arm and all. Yeah.
Dog.
Yes. Like, look we've all been there. Like, most people have been in those situations.
Look, they be recruiting, bruh. Look, folk be on some wild stuff behind closed doors.
And it's literally the type of ish that you know. And let's remember, cancel culture don't just pertain to celebrities, it pertain to us too.
Yep.
If you participate in something like that and you get caught, it's your job. If you're out here on the internet looking foolish, it's your, you know what I'm saying?
It's your livelihood.
Yeah. It's embarrassing. It's gonna have other people looking at you a certain type of way. Like, just because we ain't got money, don't exempt us from cancel culture neither.
No, not at all.
I mean, think about it from a celebrity standpoint.
Right.
They really don't have no choice, essentially, but to cave. At least with me or you, those of us that are less known in our communities, at least we can hide a little bit.
Look, and to be perfectly honest, I know people that have been canceled in our own city, that we have worked, that we've been around. Now, don't get me wrong. There have been some that have been canceled for valid reasons.
I had a Cara says I had a coworker get fired from winking at residents too much.
See. And it literally be stuff like that. Look, tell the truth. Most jobs have a creepy old man or a creepy old woman present.
Yep.
They don't care. But I enjoy the Billas and Karens that get canceled. Yes, but at the same time, look, there has to be a statute of limitations. There has to be an understanding of where this starts and where this stops. You know what I mean? That's what it is. It's a statute of limitations. Like, because there is none. This can be framed in any way possible.
Yeah.
You could look at somebody and smile. Boom. Are you doing something sexual? Are you trying to say something crazy? Blah, 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 blah. What are you trying to say? What are you trying to do? Like, and it literally happens like that.
Yeah.
It literally happens like that.
People be taking bribes. Like,
bro,
it's literally all the stuff they tell you not to do in them code of ethics. And it's just like, man, I can think of the time I seen that. I can think of the time I seen that. I can think of the time I seen that.
Yep.
Like, and it's just like, man, you hate to be that person though.
Right.
Because every once in a while in the news, at least here, right?
Yeah.
We always hear the story about the coach or the teacher that got caught doing this or that, saying this or that.
The manager.
Yeah, or the manager.
It's a dog-eat-dog world. And the problem is cancel culture is one of those things that does eat itself.
He had to get canceled so it wouldn't fall back on the property.
Right. Look, and you know, 9 times out of 10, it was somebody who felt some type of way because he was doing it. Being like, I don't know why he doing that to me. Like I had a coworker, and sometimes it's misread signals. I had a coworker who this older black gentleman, he would say, like, he had a habit of saying sweetie. I don't think he said baby, but he said like sweetie or miss, you know, and he would say it in a nice way. Cause look, you know, older black folk when they over 50, all the mamas and grandmas say baby, everybody's baby, sweetie, honey, whatever, and then the men will usually say sweetie or something like that, you know, just a little colloquialism. And she goes, and normally I don't even have no issues with this person. She's like, that made me feel uncomfortable. I'm like, what do you mean? It's like, he keep calling me sweetie and stuff. Like, he's like, why is he saying that? I'm like, I think he just says that. Yeah. He's like, I don't know if he's trying to, you know, say something to me. It's like, no, trust me. Especially with some of these dudes that we get coming in to work, to the job, especially because we deal with a lot of contractors. If they got something to say to you, they just gonna say it. They just gonna say it. I done seen dudes with only 3 teeth to their name and only 2 that wasn't rotten sit there and say, dang, that girl got a fatty. And not in those terms. Out loud. You know what I'm saying? So if they want to say something, they really gonna say something. Sometimes it's just a colloquialism. You know? Exactly. I take a compliment any day. Exactly. Hey. I ain't gonna front though. There was one time I got creeped. There was 2 times I got creeped on at work by older women. That happened to me. Because one time I was walking around with a rack. I was with a rack of clothes. I asked this lady how she was doing. She didn't say nothing to me. She just looked at me and winked and grinned a little bit, and I saw that one little gold tooth. Ooh. No, I was like,
that sounds like some nope. That sounds like some Eddie Murphy shit.
No, nope. Look, the second one, she was slick with it. She was an older lady. She probably was like, had to be in her 40s, maybe 50s. I was like, okay. I was like, hello, ma'am. How you doing today? She's like, I'm doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. It's like, how are you doing? It's like, I'm doing pretty good. She's like, you doing pretty good? That's good. You look good. Slid it in and then walked off. And I didn't catch that for 2 minutes. I was like, hold up, wait.
Still processing.
Word? Like, bruh, yes. I one of the jobs I work at is rampant with cougars. I ain't gonna front. Some of them's kind of cute. But look, I ain't ready for that life, man. Look, them I will say this about older women versus older men. Both of them more or less know what they want, but older women know how to finesse better than older men. They know how to talk to you to where you won't even catch it that they being nasty. Unless they want to be. Unless they just want you to know. You know what I'm saying? Because don't get it twisted. Older women are just as nasty as older men, if not worse. Older men are just more boisterous about it because they just don't care no more. I mean, they don't. It's just true. They be on that caveman wave. You know. Shoot. Bro, my grandmother is 82. She still gets flirted with at a regular rate by random men when she goes places. One dude stood there and held the door for her. She's like, look, it might take me a minute. Look, it might take me a minute to get up here. He's like, oh, I can stand there all day. I was like.
Carver says, I hope I don't get canceled once I hit cougar level. Well.
Look, the way this is going, I don't know what to tell you, dog. Look, you might want to form a pseudonym. You might want to go under an assumed alias whenever you creep it. Hold up. Kiara Rob said, did y'all see that teacher who got fired after her online class was over because she forgot to turn off the camera and was a dominatrix whipping the client in the back?
Woo. I don't know if I heard that one, but like we've been, you know what, in this pandemic day and age of video cameras and stuff,
look, dog,
y'all been doing a lot of stupid shit and getting caught.
Look, dog, here's my thing. Yes, oh no. Look, here's my thing. Look, I understand. I guess in this case, it's not really mixing business and pleasure because you're probably getting paid for both. But sis, you can't dress to teach the students at 1 o'clock and then be ready to whoop some dude so that way you can call him a dirty pig at like 1:30. Like there should be about a gap there, and it definitely shouldn't be at the same place.
And that was probably the only time he could get there. But
like, why is Pleasure
like,
Central also your virtual classroom, miss?
Man, we watched the video at work to make sure we don't say anything in someone's apartment because of cameras. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
See, you deal with the public directly, so you really own it like that. I feel that. Kiki said, hey, them old men at my job. Wow.
Side money.
I be trying to live my life. Look.
Hey, that's what they're talking about when they say multiple streams of income.
For real.
Side money is real.
Multiple streams of, look, you know what she got? Let me see that paper. Look.
Examples.
I'm acting. Look, you know what she got? Look, y'all call that side money and y'all call that horn, but it's really just donations.
Bruh.
Donations. Gifts. More gifts.
I gave you a paper that you definitely shouldn't have did that with, but it's okay. I did not know that's what you was gonna do with that. No, they call roses.
Oh, word.
Well,
I learned something today.
They say I want my flowers. Hey,
I mean, everybody gotta have a code. She said I got a new idea for a side gig. Oh Lord. Who trying to give me roses? Hold on, wait. Look, you're gonna have to define that for the captive audience, because a lot of us ain't that well versed with the vernacular. Right?
I don't know what you're asking for in chat right now, but
I'm a little concerned. Like,
I'm like,
should I be concerned?
Like, do I need to hit the moderator hits me up like, hey yo, due to unforeseen circumstances. Well, yeah. Hey, you lucky we ain't got the super chats. I might have to charge you for that.
Yeah, look. Like I said, there's gonna be we're gonna have a whole short list once we get the super chats of what y'all gonna get charged for saying. Everything else is free, but if y'all get to acting wild, you gotta pay up, because we might get got for that.
The t-shirts also did get pushed back. I thought I was gonna launch them last weekend.
Yeah.
But we ran into a little
sniggity snag.
Little thing. But that's okay, because everything's still on. I'm trying to get them within the next couple weeks.
Yes,
for sure, they'll be available before June 19th or Juneteenth. Might even be some Juneteenth stuff on there. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
Look.
Thank you, y'all, those that are still in the chat. We got 5 people still in the chat.
Any of y'all that are actually skilled in art or graphic design, if you have any work that you want to submit to us that you think we could use and turn into a good shirt, let us know.
Damn sure.
Look,
we'll see what we can do.
We one we'll advertise it. 2, if you're reasonable and it's good and we can get it for distribution, we'll cut you some money. Look.
For sure.
Look, let's just put it this way. We paid for our logo, and our logo was done local.
Yes.
So,
and it was also done by a Black person as well.
Yep.
We always looking for good artists, regardless of color. But
but we support our own.
Hold
up. She sent us the teacher news. Oh Lord. That's almost as bad as the dude who was on what news network was it? CNN or one of them, and he was in a work meeting. And he forgot he turned the camera off. He forgot he ain't turned the camera off and ain't have his pants on. And basically went to town as soon as he got done because he just felt the urge.
I hope them people getting canceled the same way we canceling these celebrities. Because I'm an all or nothing type of person when it comes to a decent amount of things. And what I mean by that is, if y'all gonna do this, do it all the way.
Do it.
Otherwise, don't be wasting nobody's time.
Okay.
With this bill.
Yeah, because here it is. NYC teacher caught performing inappropriate sexual act during a Zoom class. Hold on.
It's so crazy. Like, there's been so many stories like that too.
Okay, a teacher was caught in late September performing an inappropriate sexual act in the middle of a Zoom class with her students. New York Post reports. I don't know if I should say this woman. Oh, well, it's out here. Amanda K. Fletcher, a Spanish instructor for Columbia Secondary School for Math, Science, and Engineering, was reassigned in October following a special commissioner of investigation report that states she appeared to suck the nipple of an unidentified topless male while gyrating or rocking back and forth. After removing her mouth from the man's chest, Fletcher reportedly acted as if nothing happened and pressed forward on a worksheet. She was also seen eating spaghetti while the same shirtless man sat behind her. As part of the SCI investigation, videos of the incident shared by her students were reviewed, however. Fletcher declined to be interviewed by investigators and refused to respond to messages.
I bet.
Oh my God.
I bet.
Dog, I don't know who worse, the teacher for doing it during class or the students for snitching. Anyway, y'all getting treated to a show that she offers for cost. That man
this
is paying.
This is not our generation.
That man is paying.
That is not our generation,
bro. Leave her alone.
Of course they reporting it. That is not. You already know, but look, if this was like 10 years ago, Muggs would have had that saved, would have been sharing it through Google Talk, through Skype. God. Everybody would have had that on a flash drive somewhere.
Bro, she would have went viral. She would have got more customers, for real. Look. You know what's funny about this is that everybody has this get the bag mentality. But as soon as you see somebody getting the bag doing something that you don't agree with, all of a sudden you got a problem. I'm just saying, I don't agree with it necessarily because I feel like some things should be separate. Like you shouldn't be sucking on the dude's nipple while you teaching on a worksheet. Now I thought it was that she didn't cut it off and the class was done and whoever the bystanders were that was just hanging around seeing it. No, she did it during the class. Like you didn't have time. Hold on, let me read the rest of this before I like really start dying laughing. Hold on. Danielle Filson, spokesperson for the Department of Education, condemned Fletcher's behavior, calling it absolutely unacceptable. Filson also urged teachers to exclude non-classroom participants from appearing during classes and suggested that they shouldn't engage in eating or snacking, smoking, vaping, or in any way using tobacco and any other activities that might prevent an educator from maintaining total focus on the classroom. Look, she wasn't smoking. She was sucking on a titty. So I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, Fletcher, who is still on payroll and made $105,588 last year, couldn't provide a legitimate explanation for her conduct. The DOE vows to pursue disciplinary action against the teacher, while the SCI suggested that the school improve their teacher training on appropriate and acceptable behavior while interacting remotely with students. Dog, listen. The jokes write themselves. First off, this is actually a weak example of cancel culture because she should be fired.
But that's the point, right? That's how inefficient it is.
My thing is,
that's how inefficient it is. Hold on.
I got a question. Here's my question. You a teacher making over $100,000, $105,588 as of your last year. How much is you getting paid under the table to do this other stuff? Bro. That's her throwaway money. She was getting her throwaway money that day.
What's crazy is that once again, like,
but the thing is now here's the one thing we have to say. If this was a man, especially a black man who was doing this, or even a black woman doing this, because we'll even the playing field. If it was a black woman doing this,
a black person.
No, we ain't gonna say black person. We're gonna say black woman. Because the even it, for real. If it was a black woman doing this, she'd be fired yesterday. She'd have been fired yesterday. They would have found a way.
You can't even dress a certain way without them getting canceled.
You know what? And that actually brings up my point. There was a picture of a woman who was, exceedingly curvy, totally covered. She had on a sweater type shirt, thin sweater type shirt that was covered up. There was no cleavage, and wore some regular jeans. It looked like some Air Forces. And because she was standing at the back and you could just see, the assets popping, they gonna say, should this be considered classroom appropriate? Look, for all intents and purposes, it is. Because she's not wearing a pencil skirt. that goes halfway up. She's not wearing anything showing cleavage.
She's fully clothed.
She's fully clothed. She's just curvy. I was like, just look, because here's the thing: if she was built like a cardboard, like a melted cardboard box, you wouldn't be saying that.
Exactly.
So all of a sudden, she's supposed to be held accountable because of her shape.
Right.
You serious? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not really her fault. So if that's considered inappropriate and can get her fired potentially, which we know that could, and this woman is just receiving disciplinary action for straight up sucking on a dude's titty in the middle of a video call. Yeah, that calls some things into question.
Look,
there's no statute of limitations.
There's definitely some things to question that scenario, but this is another thing I had. There's a lot
of questions I don't even want the answer.
How do you even get, like, we demand an answer? No. Like, we really, in most situations, we can skip that part, because usually you're not gonna get a logical reasoning behind it, or you're literally gonna get somebody to tell you, like, I don't know. So it's like, why are we even talking about that part? Look, if we inherently view it as something that we know is definitely wrong,
right?
Something that's definitely wrong, something that's law-breaking, something that goes against any set of established rules or anything,
right? That's
and a structure,
like,
that's different.
Another case in point, actually, let me bring this up, because Car just said I dealt with that. I had to wear men tops to cover the outline of my assets. There it is. So who's really at fault? Is it you for possessing physical characteristics, certain physical characteristics or physical attributes? Yes, you left that job and you should have. For possessing certain physical attributes, or is it the problem of the administrators who can't keep their eyes on your face?
Kiki said, hey, I used to get in trouble for wearing pants with a cardigan, while the sticks got away with wearing skin-tight leggings
with shirts. There it is. Look, I remember back in school. You remember this when they started doing this back in school with the shorts issue? And they even did this in my job for a little bit too. They had it to where you had to, I'm going to demonstrate for y'all. Hold on. You had to stand up. Hold on, y'all can't see me.
Oh, yeah.
You had to stand up. You had to hold your hands straight.
I remember that. Y'all remember that?
And if your shorts didn't go past your fingertips, you couldn't wear them. Now, for the stick figures, the skinny, yes, the fingertip. For the skinny ladies out there, that's an easy fix, because you could just get some shorts that's regular. For the women who was a little bit of the thicker class, that got their assets early and was showing them off. Not the baby girl was 17 and finally got some hips. No, baby girl was 13 and had hips, and now she's 17 and got a Coke bottle figure. That's why I never understood that freaking song by Life Jennings. That's another story for another time. But that's a lot more difficult, because that means you got to buy a whole nother set of shorts just because you got a butt. Real? Or it might be because you're taller and your arms are longer, but you're also you could potentially be well stacked. Now you got to borderline be walking around with capri pants on because your arms are long. They changed it to shorts to the knees. I mean, look. Let's be real in nonfiction. We're both men here. We both know creepy old men around here. Ladies, it don't matter if you wearing short shorts or a nun dress. If you got something that he think he like looking at, he will imagine his way to that image. If he really want it bad enough, or if he's old and creepy enough, there ain't no blocking that. I'm sorry. So I don't know what a lot of these dudes is talking about, because it's mostly dudes in the meeting saying this, or some of these Karens that ain't never had nothing and just ain't getting enough love from their man after they second or third kid popped out. They're sitting there going, that's indecent. That's indecent. Look, just because you see something that you wish you had does not make it indecent. Just because you see something you do not possess does not make it indecent. Just because and you notice that targets a certain phenotype. Summer dress season is near. Be careful out here, ladies. Yeah, for real. Look, sundress season is a real thing. And
man,
I done seen dudes break their necks at work when they see stuff. All right.
Man.
Okay, Kiara Rob 25 said, yep, I used to wear school skirts, and white girls got away with it all the time, and clothes don't go to your knees in the girls area. Thank you. Look, if you want to talk about this, I work at a clothes store. You know how many of these little girl clothes don't go down to the knees? You want to know how many of these little girl clothes are short and skimpy And if you had any curve whatsoever when you were young, because we know some girls who were curvy at 9 years old, how stuck you was. You sitting there borrowing your older sister's clothes so that way you can look presentable. Yeah, bro. It's real, man. It's real. You know, once again, acceptability politics. But the thing is, there is no statute of limitations. There is no general standard for this. It's not something you can standardize. You're trying to enforce something you can't standardize. And that's the biggest issue with cancel culture. It's trying to enforce something that you inherently can't, because there's too many variations. There's too many unaccounted for variables that you can't hope to account for. You're going to offend someone. Someone's going to get mad about something. Sometimes people are offended that you're not trying to offend them. And tell me, does that make sense?
Or that you simply don't care about whatever the particular issue is.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that big of a deal to me.
Like,
don't you think that's wrong?
Bro,
I mean, no, I don't.
Stop trying to make me agree with you and just agree to disagree with me. That's okay. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to do that. I don't have to ascribe to a certain belief set just because I don't agree exactly with everything that you exactly say.
Yeah, and the main thing is, you know, we put people in a box that says they can't change. And the thing is that, especially when it's these situations where we pull up stuff from years ago, it's just like, yo, since then, have we seen any point of reference that this person may still feel this way?
Right. Have we seen a consistent pattern of behavior that goes along with this narrative? Because here's an interesting thing. Another good reference. You know somebody who had a consistent pattern of negative and non-pro-social behaviors that still got off repeatedly? George Zimmerman.
Mm-hmm.
That man had a criminal record before and after what he did to Trayvon. And majority of those things involved stalking, assault, aggressive acts of violence, various disorderly conduct issues.
Paper trail.
Yes. And it was years long.
Mm-hmm.
That man had more mugshots than most people have selfies.
I remember where I was at when I read it when it was fresh.
Okay. Jerry Rob 25 said, "Can we talk about men killing ladies for turning them down?" Dog, I used to not think this was a thing. Like, I understand feeling bad if you get turned down. Okay. Trust me. We've all been through it. I've been through it a lot. Okay. I was the awkward kid in school. It's okay. It's okay to get turned down. You're going to get turned down. If everybody automatically liked everybody and automatically accepted everybody, we would all be living in harem communes. None of us would know who our daddies or mamas are, and we'd all be related. Okay? Just saying. It's not going to happen all the time for you. Not every woman has to say, yes, I will gladly go with you even though I've only known you for 3 seconds. Honestly, half of us as dudes need to stop doing that.
Doing what?
Being easy and being like, I got attention. Oh, yeah, I'll go with you.
Man.
Runs for it. Look, because you know certain dudes who live off that attention.
I'm not even...
live off of it. You know I'm right. I'm
not disagreeing with anything that's been said.
Straight inside.
Where I'm at is like, that's a whole different episode, y'all.
Look,
that's a whole different episode.
Throwing acid in a female's face, conveniently trying to verbally destroy them because they said, nah, I'm good. Exactly. It's not even like she disrespected you. It's not even like she came at your neck and said, nah, dude, like, I don't want to mess with nobody as busted and ugly as you. Nah, she just said, nah.
I think that
like, it's okay to say no.
To do bodily harm to somebody because they reject you. See, man, y'all really want me to go there. I'm going to say that those things are bad because I truthfully feel those are wrongful things.
Yeah.
And y'all shouldn't be doing that. Like, if you got those kind of issues in yourself, I need you to go, first of all, I need you to get some help. Secondly, I need you to go, like, to the nearest jail, prison. I need you to go there too.
Right.
I ain't gonna unpack this like how I want to, because we really need like a whole nother hour. That's a whole nother episode.
That
we might talk about that next week.
Episode.
We might talk about that next week, because that's a whole other thing. And I mean,
girl, you made it give us this topic for real.
Yeah, we might actually do that.
But here's my thing. with that, a lot of that I think comes from the narrative that is presented to a lot of us as young men, that if you have a lot of women with you, around you, talking to you, giving you attention and everything of that nature, then you reach the precipice. Not if you got a good job, not if you've got a good moral compass and you're doing good for yourself and you got stability, you're financially stable, you're mentally stable, you're emotionally stable, you got your life together, you got a car, you got a house. No. If you got a bunch of women, you straight. Because I know a lot of dudes who had a bunch of women and didn't have a pizza to their name.
But see,
you know what I'm saying?
See, but when you talk about that, right? I'm not getting too into this.
It's a heavy one.
We hold on. Twin said, I got called a B word, then punched in the back of my head saying I'm 16 and I'm not able to date right now.
See? Okay, and Kiki, just to correct you slightly, because this is kind of my wheelhouse. No ego is big or small. The ego is the end result of what you do. You have three components of your mentality and your personality. That's your id, your super ego, and then your ego. They work in tandem with each other. The ego is the end result. The super ego is basically your standards, things that you are taught as laws, like things like standards, laws, morals, things that you are nurtured with by society and by your peers and by your parents. Your id is pure desire. What most people describe as ego is really your id acting up. So the ones that be like, I just want it. I don't care what I got to do to want it. What I got to do to get it, and if I can't get it, I'll kill you. That's a walking id right there.
See, and that's why
the ego is the end result in the reconciliation between the two.
That's why I always say that it remember, even with just like something like ego, right?
Right.
Remember, this is a good general rule of thumb, a simple one too. There's modesty and there's arrogance.
Yes.
Both of those things come from ego.
Mm-hmm.
So
or
they
create the ego.
So remember that there's both a positive and a negative.
Yeah, because literally what your ego is literally it's basically look, to put it in terms that us anime folks can understand. It's like your morals. It's like your morals and your avarice. It's like your morals and your desires do a fusion dance. That's basically what your ego is.
Hey.
If it's like with a fusion dance, if the energy is uneven,
it's gonna come out.
If anything is slightly wrong, it's gonna come out wrong.
I see what you did
it's
there.
Gonna come out totally wrong.
Hey,
but if it's aligned, you straight.
What y'all think? I'm gonna ask the chat something because we are getting closer to the end of this stream.
Right.
It's been a great conversation regarding cancel culture.
On life, because I didn't realize how much time we burned up.
And we're probably because I got some stuff to say on the last points.
She said, okay, so just small P mentality. I'm weak.
Small what?
Small wee intake.
Oh, no, I didn't read it, so I didn't know what you was referencing.
Oh yeah, because Kiki said those type of men have small egos and small dick mentality.
Man, you know what?
It kind of is though.
See, you know what?
Okay. You say your point. I got one more thing I'm gonna say.
I gotta say one more thing too, and that's why I promise.
Go for it.
I'm not getting to this tonight, but y'all have inspired this to where I think I want to do something about this next week. Mm-hmm. I really do, because this is what I do want to say. I'm tired of these types of individuals being referred to as men.
Speak on it.
And I'm not. And y'all look. And if we're gonna talk about it, we have to talk about it from all sides of the spectrum.
Absolutely.
So I don't like conversations where we only talk about men or we only talk about women. Yeah. I think those are the worst conversations to have.
Because there's nothing you can really glean from it.
No.
There's no new knowledge. You're just regurgitating whatever you believe.
If we're not talking about like both good and bad with both, I don't feel that those are very wholesome conversations.
Right.
I say that to say this though, like I just said, I'm tired of those individuals getting called men. In my mind, males that act like that are not men. And that's just based on my understanding and my definitions and opinions that I have regarding what is to be a man.
Right.
And I think there's plenty of examples that women have, that y'all have, of women who you view are not in that space to be considered what you would think is a woman.
Like an example that I use, a word that I used to use, because y'all know I'm a terms person. I used to say they were grown children. Excuse me. Grown children, people who are mentally immature. I mean, not mentally immature. They are emotionally immature. But yeah, one thing I'm gonna say, because I got one thing I'm gonna drop. Unfortunately, those are the ones that are online that are loudest. Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. You know what? I think I lost my thought. So what was your other? Was that your other thought?
Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, there's ones. Yeah. That's true.
And look. Here's the thing. You know the way you can pick a lot of those dudes out. A lot of those dudes, especially when we were younger, some of them still do it now. I'm about to move this watch because it's making me uncomfortable. But it's getting put back on the right hand. Goes off like a switch. But a lot of those dudes, if you ever get into an altercation or a verbal argument with them, you know what one thing's gonna pop up at some point. And we talked about this. We were in a pod and we talked about this. At some point in that argument, they're gonna talk about how many girls they can get, how many women they can pull. I've had dudes get mad at me because I was able to communicate with a woman.
Oh, bro,
that they thought was desirable. Not like I was saying, oh, we about to go hit the crib, and you know.
That's the whole look.
I'm headed back to the cabin with my prize.
That's
no. It's like, hey, what's up? What's good? And they be like, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
And they mad. And they just sitting there like this.
That's the old white. You know what that is, bro? You know what that is? That's literally the. Why you talking? Why you talking to these lame niggas? Like, why you ain't fucking?
Yes.
Bro, somebody said this on Facebook the other day, and they was like this. This dude made a status. I thought the shit was ridiculous. And I just went to the comments to verify if I wasn't the only one who thought it was the ridiculous. This comment literally said, something don't sit right with me when after I'm done fucking with a bitch, the next dude she fuck with is some lame nigga, right? That's what this mug said. And I'm just like,
but you really won.
I'm like, but this is the thing.
Like, why do you care?
Right? And so in the comments, like one of the first comments was like, that's how you know you must be the lame, because why the hell do you give a fuck about what another nigga done did?
Bro, thank you.
I'm just like, we do that shit all the time, man.
Because here's my thing. If you're in a non-consensual relationship with this person, or rather a non-committed relationship or engagement with this person, you are engaging in a transactional act that just happens to be sexual, and you mad, and you sitting there wondering about where she gonna get her next deposit from?
Look,
dog.
And literally... Dog. I'm the type of mug, when I hear stuff like that, like, because it, depending on who you are, you've either been the person that say it, specify lame. Well, see, that's the thing. They don't specify. It's always the dude who they don't respect. Yeah, that's not them or their homies that they feel is inferior to them.
Basically somebody who does not fit their perceived aesthetic.
Yeah, basically somebody that they view that they're a better person than.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Dang, she said, sound like someone we know. Oh Jesus.
Yeah. Twin on. Look. Hey.
This drink show is good.
If the shoe fits, they can wear it. I don't. You know me. I don't do no closet references. So
hold up. Carr said, I hate being told that I lowered my standards to be happy. That isn't even... Okay. Let's unpack that for a moment. You lowered your standards to be happy.
We're going to have to add like a subtitle to this.
Like, that's an interesting...
I swear.
That's an interesting
Where's
phrase.
Kermit?
That's an interesting phrase, just because of the fact that if you lowered your standards, would you then that would mean you wouldn't be happy. Like, because you wouldn't be happy with lowering your standards.
Yo, hey.
That's a fallacious statement.
Bruh, I got a whole...
Like, just a fallacious statement. If you're happy, okay, if you are happy and you're content where you're at, that means that your standards are being met.
Man,
This ain't not get your standards of being a man.
Hey, another future podcast. It might not be next week's one.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have to figure out. We probably gonna throw a poll up on Facebook and YouTube for what y'all want to hear next week. Cause standards, I swear standards is a conversation that we need to have amongst men and women.
Yes.
Because there are a lot of misconceptions out there, and a lot of people got the game fucked up.
Look,
right?
I like what Jamise just said. Well, two things. She said that's exactly what I be saying, LMAO. That's why, like, what makes you call someone a name and you know absolutely nothing about them other than they are with someone you was once with.
Right.
And if we're all being honest, not everyone gets the same version of a person. Yes, thank you. Hold on. Where my sound bites at?
Yeah, you ain't got the board up
yet. Let me get the board. Let me get the board.
Let me
get the board. Look.
And look, little do they know to the guys out there that have been that nigga. Because we speaking candidly. The nigga that be like, oh, why you fucking with these lames? You need to get with a real nigga like me.
Look, bro.
To y'all, I want to let y'all know something. And this is coming from somebody that's been on the opposite end of that.
Preach on it.
Depending on how close that lame is to the girl that you actually want, he probably knows that you think he a lame. And guess what? That ain't doing nothing but raising his stock.
If anything,
so you look like a jackass.
Yes.
He's laughing at you and she's laughing at you too.
Yep.
Dumbass nigga.
And the saddest part is they probably laughing at you together while they laying in the same bed. Like,
right.
For real.
Right. So think about that the next time you step out on that ledge.
Look, hold up.
Clearly you must be lame in some regard if she ain't popping for you.
Kiki gassing me up. She said, honestly, this right here. She said, hey, Nick, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Look, that's the thing. Hold on. And then Cara said they hate to see you improve for the next, or maybe they were the reason that was holding you back. Look.
Hey.
Look, that's heat. That's true though.
Fire.
That's true though. It's so true.
We definitely got to talk about that. I definitely, you know what? Because I was definitely
so that's getting put on the list.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
That's getting put on the list.
Y'all got me started on something else.
Look. Hey, and coming from somebody who has been in that position, you know what's funny about that? It's really funny about that. I've been in that position so many times, like where I've gotten that side eye for some dude on accident because I literally existed. Like I've noticed that, and it's weird. I had some dude approach me in the bathroom going like, yo, you know such and such? I'm like, yeah.
Hey, ladies.
Why? And he never gave an answer for why. He just asked me. He's like, you know such and such? I'm like, yeah. Why? Like, why does it matter? Why do you care? What is it like? Are you intimidated? Like, what? I don't even know you. Like, and that's the problem. That's the problem. When your id is too active and you get to feeling yourself and you think that you that dude, the moment that it makes everything so flimsy, because the moment that you don't get what you thought you were supposed to get or what you think you're entitled to is when your that dudeness goes away instantly. Quick as you get it, as quick as it's gone.
Here's me though, because what
chicks
makes
set up
them
other chicks and fight them too, bruh.
I'm gonna read the next one. Here's me though, because what makes them a real one though? Like, sir, you ain't providing nothing, nor bringing nothing to the table, not matching my energy or nothing. Like, boy, take several seats.
There it is. I mean, look. There it is. Look, for real. Look, for real though, for real. In a lot of cases, and I've said this to many people, it don't really, to me, it's cool if a woman is incredibly attractive, but look, my attractiveness to you hangs by a thread if I don't really know you. And if you demonstrate yourself to be emotionally immature, and that's the nice way of saying it, if you demonstrate yourself to be crass or just messed up mentally, like where your mental is aligned with just ain't right, and you tripping over stuff and you being super negative or crazy, your attractiveness goes right out the window. I don't care how cute you are. I don't want to be near you.
Cara, we definitely gonna do it. Standards is definitely a good. You're right. It is a good topic.
Oh
man, look, y'all don't know how many analogies and metaphors and stuff I got, like just for standards alone.
This man got heat in the back.
I got it tucked.
This man
I got it tucked, man, because you know, one of the things I said in one of my recent poems is that I said that men and women are different and they both lack self-respect. And
Yeah.
I wholeheartedly meant that. And conversations such as like partially what we're talking about, because what we're talking about aligns up with some of that, but self-worth and standards and stuff, when we talk about how people should uphold themselves,
yeah,
it turns into a really interesting conversation, because most of us have been in a place, both men and women, where we didn't look at ourselves to be of the utmost worth that we may even be right now.
Speak on it.
We've all been at that place,
right,
where we didn't feel that we was good enough for somebody else.
I've had a situation where a person who was a friend of mine tried to use that against me. When I got attention, they brought up something that I said before, and they said, you always said that you felt like the type of person that a woman wouldn't go for. I'm like, did you really just use that because you didn't get paid attention to, and I did? And the interesting thing was, in that scenario, it was two girls. They were twins. They saw me while we was walking out on campus, and they both said, what's up to me? And this is because I had a prior conversation with them, because I was asking them, look, because I was new to the area. I was over in Eagle Village at the time. So they was like, yo, there's this party that's supposed to be going on. Because I went out there one time because I was bored. And they was just like, yo, you should check that out. It's all right. I'm like, okay. I'm like, so I guess y'all who I should be going to, they like, yeah. We gonna hook you up. We gonna let you know when parties and events is going on. We got you. I'm like, okay, cool. Right? So I walked by and they both was like, hey, yo, did you happen to go to that party? I was like, no, because actually one of my roommates' birthday was around that time. So we just chilled, and just did our thing there at the crib. So I totally forgot about it. But I was like, oh, yeah, no, I didn't go. But let me know about the next one. They were like, all right, we keep you posted. The other two dudes next to me, I ain't going to say no names, they was sitting there like, yo, what's up, ladies? You know what the first thing that came out both their mouths? It was like, yo, you want to hang with us? They both said, we got boyfriends. Dog, it sounded like stereo. But but look, and they flipped out for the next hour and a half. I kid you not. Damn, bro,
hey, he getting passionate, y'all.
No,
dropping stuff.
Because like thinking back to this, it was so crazy. We walked around campus for an hour straight, asking random women out of the four of us, because it was four of us. It was two of them. One of them's cousin was with us, and then me. And the one's cousin was older than us. He was like, all right, look, we ain't gonna have this debate. We're gonna let the women decide. It's like, bump all this. Let's just go up to some random girl, ask her which one of all of us does she think is the cutest one, right? Or is the most attractive. And I'm just sitting there like, oh my God, what am I here for? Okay, so we go through it all, right? Now, mind you, I'm the darkest and the shortest one of all of them. Just to preface. I'm the one that's really not even interested in this, because at this point I'm just like, dog, I just want to go home. Like, so I think one of them got about 3 or 4 answers for their favor. Another one got about 2 or 3. We get to these 2 German girls, right? Look, we get to these 2 German girls. They don't know us from a brick, right? They all, and dude asked the same question. He said, look, we trying to figure something out. Can y'all help us out? And they're like, yeah, sure, okay. And I'm just sitting there like, oh my God, this is about to be so stupid. They're like, okay. He was like, okay, so look, I did, and I got rid of a lot of them. They was like, okay, so amongst all of us, who do you think is the most attractive? Do you not know? They both pointed to me. They was like, we like his hair, so he's the best one out of all of them. Do you not realize these 2 men in the back was screaming, freaking out? Now, mind you, all of us are 18 except for the other guy who's like in his 20s. And the dude in his 20s was really trying to be like, look, dog, look, you need to understand. It's like, you need to understand. It's like, you can't knock your bro. Like, this is a dude who I didn't even agree with on most things with his life. And he was like, it's like, ain't this supposed to be your bro? Ain't this supposed to be your homie? You should be happy your homie is getting attention.
Man.
It's like, do you want to roll with somebody who lame? And they flipping out, and then they started, I could hear the desperation in their voice. They was like, wait. They said they didn't say they liked him. They said they liked his hair. So that's really what it is. We're still more attractive. They just like his hair. And I'm just like, dog.
Listen, let me read these chats real quick, because they like, going in the chats. Because what was the end goal of that though?
For real.
Kiki said, you need better people to hang with. Twin said, Matthew came out. Oh man, Nick.
Leave me alone, bro.
Carver said, remember the hot a lot list. used to have people's feelings hurt back in the day.
Dog, I don't want to talk about
Kiki was like, man, those lists broke people, or the scale of 1 to 10.
Dog.
Listen, we all know that's where Tinder came from.
I got eviscerated.
Like, if you know, you know. That was
bro.
literally the basis of that.
I'm not gonna lie.
They just changed it to the swipe.
Bro,
now you don't say how to not. You just swipe left or swipe right.
Look, I was stupid one time, and I submitted my Instagram profile as one of them things, and bro, they eviscerated me. I was like, dang.
Instagram profile.
Yeah, I got like a 3, dog. That shit hurt. Like I was like 19 at the time. I was actually skinnier back then. Like,
man.
I'm like, dog. I was like, I mean, I know I'm not like a model, but Jesus, a 3.
See, that's why King
Somebody
Ugly.
Said a 2.
That's why King Ugly as a mechanism just works.
You're right.
Because it's to the point now when sometimes I say people get mad at me for saying it. Like, why are you saying that?
Stop calling yourself ugly. Look, I be looking at you crazy like that. Like,
I remember when I was in elementary school.
True.
I remember then.
Yeah, you're right.
Everybody always talking about the glow up and stuff. Some of us act like we don't remember that time period. Like some of us don't want to go back to that time period.
You dang skip.
I treat myself like I'm still not glowed up. I still ain't glowed up yet.
Look.
If you like me now, you like me because how that energy come across.
Look.
You don't like me how I look.
Look, to be perfectly honest, mine fluctuates. Some days I look in the mirror and I'm like, okay then, sir. All right, I see you, bro. Other days I'd be like, I don't even know why you got up out of bed. Go back to sleep. Let's just sleep this off and get back up tomorrow and try again. Like, this ain't it. So, you know,
hey,
not ever, okay? I don't even want to reflect. Jamise, I feel you. Like, even in high school, most likely to succeed, etc. Look, bruh. Look. I was the kid who used to wear the plaid shirts open with a t-shirt under it. It wasn't even a t-shirt. Most times it was the A-shirt. And they used to get mad at us at school for doing that because they like, you're exposing yourself. I'm like, dog, I'm like 15. I mean, look, now that I reflect, I'm like, I guess I looked all right in it. It always cracked me up because my homie Keelan, shout out to him, was like, you gotta close your shirt up, dog, when you walking with me. I'm like, why? It's like, because you're making me look worse by comparison. I'm like, it's not my fault. You know, this was back when I was skinny. This is back when I was like 135 at most. So yeah.
Yeah, for those of y'all who still kicking it in here, we pretty much at the after party section of the pod. Of course, there wasn't no transition because, you know, this we on Black people time, so we don't have to transition
Tristan,
properly.
I feel you though. I hate looking back. People didn't think I'd be shit. I tried to sell tickets to shows and they laughed at me. I sat in the back with my hood up. Look, you know what's funny? I had the element of surprise with that. Because when I was in college, was the first time I really started performing for real, right? I was chilling in the cut. I went up there and performed, and look, everybody freaked out. They was like, what is this? What is this? Oh, Black time is on time. # shirt idea.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
You know, I don't mind looking back. High school wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
Except
I don't like looking back at middle school. Middle school was trash. Middle school was pure trash, garbage, flaming garbage. It can die.
The only time high school was bad was like when I was getting AEA for stupid shit. Women, which was like a good and bad thing. It is what it is. But overall, it was all right.
Hold up. Kiera Rod 25 said, I got told I was a 5, possible 7 on a good day, but my body was 10. Self-esteem was 0. Woo. Jesus. Look, dog, I ain't even asked. I ain't even have the spirit to ask, man. In a lot of cases, I was the dude that women talked to who were dating or talking to my friends, and they asking me what's wrong with this dude. And I'm just like, yeah, I got to be the psychiatrist. And
so basically, you was the shoulder to cry on, but not the dick to ride on.
Basically.
Right.
And I wasn't trying to be. I'm like, I don't want your problems.
Man.
Look, I'm just sitting there looking, I'm like, look, I mean, good luck and Godspeed to you, bro. Look, funniest thing about that is I had one girl who didn't tell me for a solid 3 years until we was out of, like 3 years after we got out of after high school that she was actually interested in me, but the only reason that she rejected me is because of peer pressure. I mean, I appreciated her for admitting that, because that's something that women do not actually. A lot of people don't actually address. Man. They don't sit there and say, "Look, man, I really did this because of this." Not like, "Dang, you was ugly back then, but you cute now." No, I was like, "Oh no, I hate you." Anyway,
I wanna address what Carver said right here, because it's important.
Yeah.
The black boys didn't like me in school, but as an adult, it's a different story. Oh, you grew up.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's basically what he described, Kiki. And you know what, Carl? I can relate, and I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say something about that too, right?
Yeah.
Because that's a whole nother topic too, right? But this is what I will say.
You're setting up our next 2-3 episodes,
man. Because let me tell you something. I know women who went through what you went through, Cara.
Yep.
And I'm also telling you that I'm a black male, and I know black males who went through that too.
Yep.
And it's important. We need to have more of those conversations.
Yes.
There's definitely some relatability in terms of situations that happen amongst certain groups of men and women, particularly black.
Right. Look. I'm just telling the truth. I was skinny. Look, I was skinny, lanky, nerdy, and didn't know how to dress to fit myself. All right. I used to wear hoodies all the time. It wasn't until I got in a relationship where there was one woman who was like, "I really like your arm muscles." I'm like, "What?" She's like, "Why do you wear hoodies all the time?" I'm like, "I don't know. I don't really think about that." Like, I never thought about it.
I don't even know. So I was
just like, okay.
I'm glad you got a good self-description of how you was, because I feel like I can't give the most accurate description, because I feel like I need somebody else to tell me kind of how they seen it.
Let's just say it this way. It was so bad that my mama would try to give me advice on how to dress. She's like this woman literally, my mother told me one time when I was a teenager in high school, she's like, the way you dress looks like you need to be outside with a cardboard sign that says "We'll work for clothes."
Damn.
I'm like,
she was roasting your ass. See, my thing was,
I didn't own a pair of Jordans until I was an adult.
I was always the dude that I wore the polos and the button-ups. I definitely wore most of what was in style, but I always tried to add my own little flair to shit.
Look, I ain't gonna lie. Most of the in-style stuff I had as a teenager that was really in style was either stuff I got from my homies, hand-me-downs, or just stuff I happened to find. Most of that stuff was not stuff that I could get my hands on.
I didn't
tell the truth about that.
I didn't really wear Jordans like that, but I wore Forces, because in Chicago, Forces is the shit.
Yeah.
So I always had the kind of out of town, style.
Yeah, see, you had the out of town style. Now, some stuff I did have because we would go to church conventions and stuff like that out of town, and whenever we went out there, I could get outfits and stuff. Dog, look, now, if you want to talk about my suit game back in the day when I was a kid, the suit game was crispy.
No, he didn't pull out the suit game.
I'm just telling the truth, because it was something I didn't even notice. Niggas didn't start wearing suits at the church until I did. Till after I did.
Oh, that makes you a trendsetter, sir.
That's what my grandmother said. She's like, look, you a trendsetter. You need to know. It's like, don't you notice? Look, and the funny thing is, by the time they started wearing suits and all, the 2 and 3 pieces suits and with all the different colors and everything, because you know how the 90s and early 2000s was.
Yeah.
Bro, I was already either wearing uncollared shirts or button-ups with no tie. I was already semi-casual.
Me and my little brother,
they was dressed to the nines, bro.
Me and my little brother, we used to get shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And because our style was ours, and you could tell back then by how people dressed, that they were from different places, kind of, sort of.
Oh, absolutely.
You could tell the style difference, right?
Absolutely.
And so people would ask us where we got certain stuff from.
Yep.
And we would always say Chicago or online, because we didn't want people to be wearing what we was wearing.
Yeah.
People make fun of it, but I'm from Chicago. We wore Jabos. When most people hear that, they like, what? They either don't know what Jabos is, or they feel a type of way about Jabos and probably never worn them.
I've seen them, and I always wondered about that.
Bruh, Jabos was that shit.
Look, man, the 2000s was a dark time fashion, all right? I'm just going to tell the truth. We was doing a lot of wild stuff.
People wanted the 3LW Sierra at the time.
Yeah,
right? You know what I'm talking about.
That's true.
Look, man,
you had dudes walking around in throwback jerseys and everything, trying to look like little flips. So
tall
hard.
tees.
Yep. And then the moment that Bow Wow and Ludacris cut their hair, all of them cut their hair except for me. And they looking at me like, so you next? No.
Bro,
no.
I used to have to get a haircut like every week and a half. Kept the brush on me 24/7, trying to get waves.
I kept the pick on me. Look, I wasn't a waver. I kept the pick on me 24/7 though. I used to threaten people with that mug.
I was a baby light waver. I barely had waves. Some of my buddies, Keontae had every hairstyle. Keontae had the fro. Mm-hmm. He had the braids. He had the waves.
Look.
I was getting designs and stuff. I was doing a lot of crazy shit.
I had the basic fade for the vast majority of my life.
I was Sierra, Tiffany Evans, and
Little Mama look. Yep.
Hey,
all them colors, them dangling earrings and everything. Look, hold on. Look. The waves. Look.
Who was they calling you though?
Huh?
Who was they calling you? I know they was calling you something. Who was they calling you?
We gonna get to that. And it wasn't even until I grew my hair out. Look, I didn't grow. For those who know, this was not always like this. For the vast majority of my young life, I had a fade. You can't even find pictures of that no more.
He hides them. They're in his secret stash.
No, they just don't exist anymore. I didn't take a lot of pictures back then. I was awkward. Okay, look. I was a Leah, feminine tomboy. That's what's up. I knew a few people like that. I had a crush on a girl that was like that back in 8th grade. Even though she was really into Slipknot and stuff like that, so that was kind of a different wave. But hey,
bruh,
she was fine though. She was fine and she was different. I was always attracted to girls who were different. But anyway, I used to have a fade up until I want to say my freshman or sophomore year of high school. I didn't grow my fro out until my fro didn't really grow until my sophomore year of high school. So as a result, it got longer, and that was just kind of my thing. It was what I wanted to do, and I used to get clowned for it. People used to make jokes. When we started reading about Malcolm X getting a conch, for some reason, the dumb white kids in the class looked at me and then looked at the teacher, looked back at me, and then looked at the teacher and was like, "Hey, can we give Nick a conch?" I'm like, "I will stab you."
You know what,
bro? I had this one dude who tried to throw quarters at my hair, at my fro to see if it would stick, and then got mad when I wouldn't give him back. I had $2 worth of change after that.
Look, hey, when I first,
but I went from the fro to the straight backs because Granny's was like, "You gonna have to do something with your hair or else we cutting it off." I'm like, "Why can't I just have the fro?" You can't just have the fro. She was anti the fro. I love my grandmother to death, but she was anti the fro.
What's up so far? Be that way, man. Look, I used to go through that shit.
Look. The whole reason that I'm able to do my own hair, because I did this. The only reason I'm able to do my hair is because of the fact that grannies used to make me pay somebody to do my hair. And the funniest thing is, it was a lady from church. It was one of the ladies from church who knew us, and she almost didn't charge me nothing. She's like, "Oh, they just some straight backs. It ain't nothing." She's like, and she goes, "What does he owe you?" She's like, "Nothing. He don't owe me." It's like, no. You need to charge him. She was trying to work that out of me, bro. So I had to pay $20 to get my hair done in straight backs and $35 to get it done. It was either $35 or $40 to get the individual braids. So yeah. Now when the individual braids came out, bruh, I was every dreadhead in existence to people. Because that was around when Flocka came out. So niggas used to pop out of nowhere and be like,
Cara said, "Remember the velour pantsuits."
The velour pantsuit.
Velour.
Lord.
Man, I always looked at, you know what I always thought anytime I seen any of those suits? I always thought of Beanie Babies. Y'all remember those? That was always my first thought that came to mind when I seen them damn
Get out.
Suits.
She said I had 5 of them. Lord. Hey, you know what I had though? You know what trend I did hop on for a brief moment whenever I was in senior year high school?
That shit was Beanie Babies. I'm telling y'all now.
Look. No, you know what it was? All the dudes in here, did any of y'all had them Dickie fits? The Dickie outfits?
I didn't. My little brother was rocking that.
With the button-up shirt.
I couldn't do it.
I had 2 or 3 of them joints.
I couldn't do them, but I knew plenty of people.
Not the jean dress and jean vest. Lord Jesus. Kiki said, I put a perm in my hair because they made fun of my hair being long and pulled it. That crap messed up my hair so bad. Yup. I had it with the chucks.
Okay.
Jean dress and jean vest with the chucks. Look, chucks are such an impractical shoe to wear now that we work.
I gotta get some.
Mine are still in pristine condition because I never wear them. They too thin. They hurt my feet.
Remember the one long leg and cut off jean short pants, the half and half.
Yep. That calculated leg.
Man.
Yep.
Jersey
Oh,
dresses.
I know exactly what you're talking about. These velour pantsuits. Dog.
Ain't that Beanie Babies?
Look.
It's a fucking Beanie Babies.
It was Beanie Baby. Hey, it was Beanie Babies.
That's like,
hey, there were some girls that looked right in them joints. Bro.
Oh no, I wasn't. Yeah, no. I wasn't hating.
Look,
but
bro,
that's what it reminded me of.
I ain't gonna front. It drew my attention.
Oh yeah.
Bro,
yeah.
Bro, the jersey dresses, yes.
Because the figure was still popping with
and
those.
The pants that was tied up on the sides. Yep. Lord, now we all telling our ages.
Remember when everybody was making shirts and shit like that too? Y'all was taking the t-shirts and tying them up the sides and stuff and doing all of that shit.
Look, you remember? Oh, here's one. You remember everybody buying stuff and then leaving, like wearing the shirts and leaving the tags on? And we thought it was because of fashion, because the upperclassmen was doing it. Little did we know the reason that we never saw them shirts again is because they returned them all next week.
I did it with jeans one time,
yeah.
And I always did it with my hats back when I wore hats.
Yeah. Look.
When I was wearing caps.
They wear it once and then take it back. They wear it once and then take it back because they was too big. They was our
back in the snapback days.
Yes. True. Hey, you know what, man? Bro, it's true. It's so true. Look, I thought back one time when I had to go to a stoplight party where they said, like, you know, red was single, yellow was interested, and then green was in a relationship. So I felt like I was interested because the person I was going with and a couple of our homies, I was interested. So I was like, or looking, right? So I was like, yo, I need a yellow shirt. So my granddaddy, if you ever seen this man anytime on a Sunday, this man is the dress clothes emporium. That man's closet is half of a Men's Warehouse store.
Yes.
So true. Look. His area was like half a Men's Warehouse closet, right? So he was like, "Hey, go ahead and pick out one of them yellow shirts in there." Because we could almost wear the same size. Now we really can.
Right, look.
But like, look.
Rest in peace, Fubu.
Lord.
Rest in peace, Rockaway. Rest in peace, Sean John.
Yep.
Rest in peace,
Yep.
Ed Hardy. I meant to say that last time. Rest in peace, Ed Hardy.
Oh, Ed Hardy ain't dead
yet.
No, them 40 and 50 somethings that still be trying to go to the club to get them 20 something women. Look, and them crackheaded people that be walking around all strange are keeping that brand alive.
Bruh, to this
day,
they
still wearing them joints.
To this day, bruh. To this day, gotta hit him with that Deontay Wilder. I have a fucking Ed Hardy jean blazer. Hey, as funny as that sounds, this shit
I gotta see this.
It's so cold, bruh.
I gotta see
I'm never getting rid of this shit. I done had this damn blazer for like 14, 15 years now. This motherfucker cold as hell. But the way it's designed, it's not some shit that you can just wear with anything.
It sure ain't.
You don't wear it with anything because it's jeans.
Hey, you know what? I used to have those outfits where it was the button-up shirt that went with the pants and it was short sleeve. You know, like them joints that Pimp C used to wear before.
Baby fat.
At Burlington, I believe. Yeah, Burlington used to get a
good
hey,
listen.
Business.
Remember when Baby Fat and Apple Bottoms was like the gauge of whether you was gonna see a woman wearing them with a nice ass? Remember that?
Yep.
Like if she had some Apple Bottom jeans or some Baby Fat.
Look, I remember a girl had a Baby Fat purse that she brought with her to school. That mug looked like a duffel bag.
Man.
I was like, I'm like, dog, you carrying a body in there. I don't know what that is. Breakaways. Oh, Jesus. Not the breakaways. Oh, you remember the zip off pants
Oh, bro,
I had like 3-4 pair of them
man,
joints.
the zip offs, and they had the ones with the buttons too.
I had some that I kept until I grew out of them, like legitimately, until I was like 18 or 19. I just never unzipped them, bruh. Because I liked those pants, and I could actually fit, and I could still fit in a 32 back then. Like,
y'all know they're gonna run the fashion back again.
They already got Champion. You know what they about to do.
Yeah, they brought Champion, man. That's crazy, bro.
Look, if they bring back the FUBU reversible bubble coats, I'm gonna be shocked.
Listen, I got two. Look on my short list, y'all. They gotta bring back Nautica. Since they brought back Champion, I need two things to come back: Nautica and motherfucking Starter.
Bro, Nautica never left.
Cause I feel like, I mean, as a company, yeah, but like you don't really see motherfuckers still wearing Nautica.
Dog, if they bring back Nautica, Marshalls is about to be flooded.
Nautica,
because we still have it.
And I want Starter to come back. Cause if Champion can be around,
Starter was good.
Starter can be around.
Yeah.
Goddamn it. When you seen that damn S and them
Nice
stars?
And Echo Unlimited. Oh Jesus, don't do it.
Anichi.
Don't do it. Yes, cargo pants was my shit. I thought I was Kim Possible. Yeah.
Bruh, yes, man.
Bruh.
Man, we look, like I told you, me, Javar, I think Keontae was in it but look, everybody had Echo.
Yeah.
If you see somebody with that rhino on their chest,
look,
everybody has some stuff behind.
Jameez said Champion high as hell now. These ain't the same $5 tees we used to get in Walmart.
Man.
Bruh, facts.
Why they do that? That's the one thing I'm worried about when they bring back Starter.
Marketable.
When they bring back Starter, that shit gonna be expensive as hell.
Bruh.
But Champion and Starter used to be in the same fucking area.
Ross carries all these brands. Yes, they do. But Marshalls is cleaner. Come here. Come through. Hey, you know what's funny? Look, I'm gonna share a little bit of tea. I'm gonna share a little tea with y'all. When we found out that Gabe's was getting built, and we knew about Ross. Look, our manager was like, you know what? We should consider them competition, but to tell the truth, they never clean their stores properly. It's like, look, they areas is never they never rival us in terms of how they look. And you know what? It's true.
It is.
It's true. You can't hardly walk through the aisles without stuff being all on the floor. You be picking up stuff that you think is distressed, and really it's been stepped on 20,000 times.
That is distressed. That's
Games have Calvin Klein for the low. Yeah.
Man.
Dog, I can't even walk through Games really. It's big, but it's big, but there ain't really nothing there.
They don't, LOL. I get anxiety every time I step in Games. Man,
Bruh.
Listen.
Tell me.
If this make y'all feel better, and I just know this because I used to work for the company, in some places in the United States, Gabe's is called Rugged Warehouse.
As it should
Do
be.
what you will with that. Do what you will with that.
I'm just saying, I work for a company where we hold ourselves to a standard, dang it.
Man.
Look. There ain't too many times you're going to walk through a Marshall store and see stuff everywhere.
My fat ass got to get back to a size 7.
You could just stop at 10. You could just stop at 10. Yo, funny story about that. One time I needed some pants for work, right? I went to Kohl's to get some pants for work, right? So I seen these jeans, right? And they was black jeans. They was regular black jeans, and they looked just fine. I tried them on, and they fit perfectly. And they was cheap. They was like $8. Look, I bought these joints. Tell me why I didn't realize until I actually put them on for work that they were women's jeans. The pockets tipped it off.
I was literally about to say it must not have no pockets.
Dog, that's how I found out.
Tragic.
That's how I found out that I was in between a 10 or a 13 in women's. Because them joints fit perfectly. They had room.
Yeah,
it had room.
I've never been in such a situation.
Look,
that I
those
could
were
afford
some
to
of
do
the
something like
look,
that.
I can't even front. Those are some of the most comfortable jeans I have ever worn in my life.
Hey y'all, we
the only thing that sucked was the pockets.
We podding. It's 9:42.
The only thing that sucked was the pockets.
Hey y'all, it's 9:42 and we got 7 people watching. Do y'all want us to keep this going to 10 o'clock?
No, she said, but do you still have them though? Hey. I'm not at liberty to disclose that information. Actually, to be honest, I really don't know.
Hold on. Before you can go on that. Y'all want us to keep going to 10? We already really went over our time, but I am enjoying the conversation.
Great.
We can go to 10 o'clock.
Look, that's my cousin. I can get his discount. Oh, Jesus. You going to start something.
Lord.
I know entirely too many people.
I'm about to name
family members. That's not safe.
See, man, where I work now, you ain't even know other people discount. My discount is only for me. I can't even.
I mean, if you present there, you can get it.
All right, we're gonna keep on going then. We're gonna keep on going then for sure.
I'm about to name drop at the checkout. Oh Lord, please don't. Please don't.
Yeah. Hey, tell excuse me, what's your name? Do you know? Yeah, tell him to come up. Man, hey, I swear that how black folks be.
Mm-hmm. Bruh, for real.
No,
you know, look. My granddaddy be messing up. He's like, man, I don't even know what they call you in here. He's like, I came in. I was like, it's like, is there a Matthew Sins here? He's like, Matthew? We don't have a Matthew here. Who the heck is that? It's like, well, his other name. Oh, you meant Nick? And they like, yeah.
See, hey, that's why every place I don't go by my name at every place.
Look. I had one of my old music homies ask. It's like, yo, is Nero here in the store? They're like, who? It's like, dude with the fro. I was like, oh, Nick. He's like, yeah. He's like, dog, I thought that was your real name.
Look, hey, that's how it be. Look, let me tell you. That's why it be when you had like this much notoriety in the world. Because I kid you not.
Just this much.
Just this much. Don't get it twisted.
It's really down to here, but it goes up to here whenever they want something.
Because plenty of people don't know me by my actual name. So like sometimes at work or in places like that, they be like, oh, I know you. You're the poet.
Yep.
And I'll be like,
hey, I had dudes who came from. I did a little poetry thing with Patrick Preston, and because the poet who was supposed to do it with him kind of bailed out and wasn't able to do it, and we did it at Toyota. Which, can I tell you, Toyota is like its own city. It's crazy in there, but we had to put stickers over our cameras and everything. It's deep. It was dope though. But look, after that event, I had somebody who walked up on me at work, and the dude had the Toyota work hat. He's like, I remember you from that event. You did an amazing job. I was like, okay.
The chat say I still get discounts at former employees. Hey manager,
man, let me get that discount. Dog, I used to get discounts because and these were discounts I didn't even ask for. I used to get discounts at Little Caesars when one of my homies was working there. I used to get discounts when one of my college homies was working there. And I got a discount one time when my cousin's ex-girlfriend worked there too.
Excuse me, sir. My cousin worked here. He said I could use his little discount. Man,
yeah,
look.
Hey,
if you go somewhere and say somebody's little discount,
dog, you ain't about to get nothing.
Hey.
Look, hold up. The discounts is the one. The real discounts is the one you don't know about. Look, shout out to my homie Chelsea. She don't live here no more, but she used to work at Zestos, right? So I knew her from school. She seen me. She was like, "What's up, man?" Look, little did I know the reason I was able to get so many fries is Zestos. Like I almost had half the bag was fries, dog. I was like, because one time I was joking around like, "Man, you gotta let me get a discount." She's like, "How you think you got all them fries, bro?" Because I was in the back. Like,
hey,
I was hooking you up. I was like,
but
okay.
see that's the hookup though. Right. We got to.
That was a hookup I didn't even know about.
We got to separate those two. There's the discount and there's the hookup. If you know, you know.
Look, here's one thing. If you're nice to folk, you'll low key get a hookup in certain cases. I've gotten hookups on accident.
Mm-hmm.
Look, everybody remember the pizza place that was inside of USI? Everybody that went to USI back in 2010, 2011. You remember the pizza place that was there before the Steak and Shake was there? One of the ladies there knew me because I used to come up there and always get stuff after classes. Bruh, she would give me the cheese pizza price for getting either pepperoni or sausage or even both.
That's dope.
Right. Bruh, I was so mad when they moved her to the fruit area.
Hold on. Time out. Flag on the play.
Mad when they moved her.
The chat, flag on the play. Kiki said, twerking for my meals.
Stop. Please don't.
If you doing all of that for meals, that shit better be like Meals on Wheels. Like they better bring that shit to you.
Here's my question:
whole table spread and everything.
No, look. You gotta know your worth here. If you're doing that for meals, what you gonna do for rent, bro? You gotta have levels. You gotta have tiers.
Is that a chat question?
I mean, no, it's just something
chat,
to think about.
What do y'all do for work?
It's working for cheeseburgers, Lord.
Oh man, hey,
girl, you probably look. According to what you said in your resume, you probably the most gainfully employed out of all of us. You out here twerking for cheeseburgers. Oh God, that means we're all in trouble.
Yo,
I can't. I have 2 left feet. I'm stuck.
Hey, the first cheeseburger place that like endorses any kind of twerking,
I did.
It's gonna be like a Fortune 500 company in 3 days.
It will be.
Did y'all see the Dallas restaurant owner that was cussing and kicked the girl out for that? Yeah. I remember that.
I didn't.
Bro, that was like a couple months ago.
Bro,
you didn't see that? It went viral and everything.
Dog, you know I live under a rock. Most of that stuff I scroll away from.
Twin,
quickly.
didn't you? Twin, I know Twin seen that.
Twice.
They was talking, yeah, that was a whole little thing.
That's crazy.
You don't remember that? I swear I feel like we talked about it.
Did we?
Bruh, this wasn't that long ago. And everybody was just, because it was.
Look, I'll be forgetting about a lot of stuff. My short-term memory is terrible, so it's very possible we did, and I just don't remember it.
Man, listen.
I can't even say that we didn't talk about it.
Any place where you get like a good burger,
right,
and you get like the visualization of ass shaking, that sounds like a place that like ain't safe to go. At least for a person like myself. I might die. I might pull a SpongeBob and slip on the ice cube since I walk in
I'm weak. Strip club / ice cream parlor. Welcome to Splits.
Bruh.
Jesus. The saddest part is that could probably.
Hey, right now Google is collecting all this data.
Yep.
And they're like, yes, we're definitely gonna collect
before
this.
we get demonetized, let me
go. Like let me exit stage left.
Right. They ain't gonna scan my face.
Splits. That's actually not bad, Cara. It basically be Hooters just with ass shaking. Man, bruh, tell me that would be crazy as hell. Shoot, rest in peace to Show Me's too. That just made me think of that. Man, shit. Hey, they would not have no problem with tips. Like tips would like not be an issue at all. Can I get that double dipper with a side of chips? Woo! Hey, right? That's why I'm going to a bachelor party. Hey, that's where hey, look, whenever I get ready to get married to whoever, bachelor party, we're going there. Shit. Some of these brothels probably get down like that on some crazy shit. Have any of y'all ever been to a brothel? I heard stories. Hey, they have a barista bar where the girls are dressed like strippers and serve you coffee. I don't know, like the combination of caffeine. y'all gonna give me acting up out here tonight. The combination of caffeine and half naked women, that sounds like a very long night. Shit. New business idea. I'm serving ice cream while strippers present. Everybody like ice cream. It's called Perky Cups, bruh. Hey. And then the cup sizes named after bra sizes. Hey. Listen, y'all. I'm about to go into business with everybody at once. We about to just shoot these places out. Titties and decaf. Bruh, that would give a whole new meaning to breastfeeding. Niggas would be lined up. What?
Bro, I'm afraid to even know.
Hey. Yeah. What? Man.
Dog, what did I miss?
Some new sex, idea. Some
I'm
sexy,
serving ice cream while strippers present. It's called Perky Cups. Lord Jesus. Titties in decaf?
Bruh.
Look, speaking of splits, it's all good until somebody say banana split and then it gets weird.
Hey.
It's gonna go both ways. Welcome to the stage, Strawberries and Cream. Today's special is Strawberries and Cream too.
Man, hey.
That's a setup for sexual harassment charge.
Do not have a husband. He will be there. If you want to know where he's at, he's there.
Shoot, some of the wives be there.
True.
Oh, boy. Look,
them swinger couples and shit.
The one time that I went to a strip club, the wildest person in there was a girl that knew the other strippers who went up there drunk and got on top of one of them.
Hey, sometimes ladies show out with their girls, though.
Look, dog, I was sitting there tripping. I'm like, look, because I halfway not paying attention. I was like,
probably as fucking babysitting. They're like, you know what? If the wives own it, they ain't got to worry about where the husband's at.
True.
He ain't cheating. His ass is downstairs.
This little thirsty ass. He don't know we getting the money back. But Look.
He don't know I'm still gonna spend it all.
I mean, look, they was borderline driving, but I was just like, what is going? Is that allowed? Like, is that a thing?
Man.
I mean, no, the husband is watching the kids.
Damn.
Look,
hey,
I keep trying to tell folk, in a lot of cases, some of the women be noticing the other women quicker than the dude. Be like, dang, okay, she look right. Look, and I'll be like, hold up, what? Oh, word, yeah.
Shit, man. A lot of them niggas be dead of heart attack. That's all you gonna hear.
Funniest thing I ever seen, like in the one time that I went to a strip club, there were a lot of things that I just observed. There was one dude who was standing in a cut like this, stalest face ever. I don't even think I can do it. He was just like, the girl giving her all, and he just like stiffly throwing the money, like he mad about doing it.
Like I gotta do this.
Like
I don't want to. This is the college fund.
How you throwing it?
But I gotta give it to you.
Why do you look angry?
Speaking of trip clubs, who's coming with tomorrow?
One experience was enough for me. I might have classmates that work there. Actually, I know I have classmates that work there. Former classmates. Not judging. It's just weird.
I got work. I got a store to close. Furthermore, man, I only went to one strip club, and unfortunately it was here.
I went once.
So I don't know that really counts.
Look, I went once because my ride wanted to go. I had a whip with me that day, so I had no choice. I had to just go. And honestly, I was hungry most of the time, so I was just like, I really want to go so I can eat.
For me, the atmosphere had too much going on. I was just up in there like,
yeah.
I'm like, I had a talking to God. I was like, God, I know that this ain't normally my type of place to be at. So if you don't mind, give me a reason to get the fuck up out of here right now. Because I don't know what I'm looking at. Because I'm literally just looking around. I'm like, that crown molding.
Look, you right though. Look, because I be sitting there going like, sometimes I'll be sitting there thinking, I'm like, you know what? The worst person in the world to try to get in a fight with in terms of women is probably a tennis player.
Hey, I'm going to Vegas next month, Cara.
Straight up. Look, a tennis player or a stripper. You know why? Because they got that upper body strength. The stripper probably be able to punch a hole through your skull, bro. No.
I mean,
I ain't getting in no fights like that.
That's one thing. That's why you don't get in those type of fights.
You right, because I'm not physically equipped for that. Like, I don't want to die.
You get another fight, sir. Anyway.
You ignorant. Ignorant. It's $30 to $50.
Shit, well.
What, entry?
Shit, for $30 to $50, I'm gonna at least need like my inner thigh near the tip tickled or some shit. Like, cause 30 to no drinks, yeah. Yeah, well. No, I mean shit, that's damn near
it's a really
that's damn near one night charges. One night is $40.
Yo, look, not no drinks. Dang, yeah, it's true. Look,
all you need is $40 to make some shit shake.
It's really a good thing that we're not monetized yet. Because we would have got right back to demonetized.
Bro, hey, that's why we gonna have to have a Patreon in the future, because we want to be our authentic selves with y'all. You will get some of the artistry here, because that's the core of who we are as artists. But you also gonna get a slice of life. You're gonna get a piece of the person, the real person. And I cuss.
I've been working on not cussing. I have been trying.
It's part of the reason why I'm able to do what I'm able to do with the English language. Because I low-key don't give a fuck, and I don't think there should be rules about how you say certain shit. So, with that being said, this live stream is rated for mature audiences. This ain't for kids.
Oh, I already marked that part.
It's
a good party, but I'm cheap. Preach that. Look, that's why I don't even go to the party.
If they dance,
I don't even do myself like that.
I seen from when my friend went. Hey, listen. See, my thing is, look, the way my mind is set up,
bruh,
too much,
bruh. You paying gourmet steak prices for the appetizer.
Nigga, I need
You paying gourmet steak prices for the appetizer, and I'm talking about with the gold leaf accents on the side.
For all my people that's done been to Vegas, because I know a few of y'all in there, how much do it cost just to look in that bitch? I just want to like I spy with my little eye. True. How much that cost? Because I could probably do like 3 or 4 of those, depending on how much it costs.
Facts. Look. She said I'd rather pay $10 for a Walmart mirror and make it my own club. Look.
Man, Carver, if only that worked the same way for me, I'd agree with you on that.
Yeah, it don't.
It don't. Shit.
Be happy you have that amenity. We don't. I just be like, yeah. Nah, just put the shirt back on. We ain't. I'm not even into it.
It's cheaper to go to the ranch. It's cheaper to keep it too.
It's cheaper to go to the ranch.
Look, I'm gonna have to hit up
price list online.
I'm gonna have to hit up William Shatner. Price line negotiator. I need that deal.
Yeah.
Get the poll from Amazon. Listen, when I finally do get my man cave in my house, there will be a stripper pole in the man cave. I done already made that up. I don't care who it is.
The ranch.
It's gonna be a strip pole in that motherfucker.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I think I know what you're talking about. I might not. I don't know. True, get the pole from Amazon. I got the pole from Amazon. Look, you can actually get some decent stuff off Amazon. You got to be kind of careful, but and very intently read the descriptions and look at the pictures. But yes, you can get some decent stuff off Amazon for good prices.
Yeah, I'm definitely not doing none of those types of places.
Look, you trying to see. You out here trying to see ass popping and everything and clapping in the middle of a Panasonic.
Stupid.
Look,
pole, bungee cord, etc.
I mean, look, you gonna get stripper Rona. They ain't even the same type of Rona, dog. They ain't even the same type.
See, man.
What if she put her booty in somebody's face and they cough, and then she twerking near you,
Lord.
And then them breath fumes come out and get you. That's them droplets. They mix in with the sweat and everything, bro. It get hot in there.
That sound like global warming.
Get got, dog.
Lord, hey. That's why you got to be careful.
Be vigilant.
Listen, hey, if there's any moral to take from any of like the last 5 minutes of what we just talked about, listen, y'all.
Is there a moral?
Be careful who you lay down with and who you do stuff with. I mean, I know that's supposed to go without saying, but COVID cheeks. That sounds very. When I hear COVID cheeks, I think of cottage cheese. Drea's will be back open next month. You gotta go there.
Look. She twerking all of a sudden.
That sounds dangerous, Jamise.
Look,
Kiki got a whole kit.
No. What?
Yo, how much them whole kits cost?
A kit of what?
Oh yeah. What?
A kit of what, dog?
Hey, I'm glad you said that.
I missed some minutes on this.
Yeah, what's in the kit?
What is the kit?
Because I might change my mind. Shit.
Right. You agree. Look, that's another thing you need to learn from the stream today. Don't agree to stuff just because folks just say things.
No,
Don't sign on the dotted line of a contract you ain't read, dog.
Right.
That ain't good. My granddaddy be sitting there trying to do that to me. He be sitting there saying stuff and be like, yeah, ain't that right, Nick? I'm like, I don't know what you just said.
If the kit got the pole and the bungee cord, that's the one I want to know the price of.
Hey,
if it's any other kind of kit, you can have it.
Yeah, I'm about to say, what's the kit? Sounds like the ultimate party kit. Look, the kit's starting to sound like the package from Trapped in the Closet. I'm scared, bro. I'm scared.
Man.
I'm scared. Hey, inbox for the details.
Wildin'.
Y'all trip.
Wildin'.
Y'all trip.
See, this is why we can't have nice things. 50 Shades of Grey.
No. Anyway.
Hey, look.
That man had issues.
See, man.
That man had issues.
This is not
USI was lit, but everybody was fucking each other. So
this is not what they call it, Black Twitter after dark or whatever the hell.
I mean, it is after dark. But
it is.
It's 10:03. It's officially after dark.
This ain't late night BET.
Yes,
and it damn sure ain't late night HBO.
Look, BET after dark. Bruh, I'm in love with a stripper. That was the first time I ever seen that in my life.
I mean,
that's how I knew what that was.
Okay.
Yes, BET Uncut. Oh my
There you
God,
go.
Yeah. Bruh. Hype Williams was out here filming all kinds of weird shit going on. Let's not even get started on Uncle Luke.
Don't stop. Get it.
Don't
man.
stop it. Look.
Live crew.
AKA all them songs that would have got me whoopings if I ever even tried to mutter them in my house.
Tip drill. Mm-hmm.
Man, can we talk about tip drill for a moment? Nelly got canceled in the early 2000s before this was a thing because of tip drill. They had Nelly down so bad, this man had to donate to a women's college or something in order to get past tip drill, and they still didn't let him go off that. That man spent the first 10 years of the 2000s paying for tip drill. Like, for real, bro.
You know why? Because ass songs make the world go round.
It's not even that.
That's my sound bite.
It's because of the credit card scene. I promise you, if the credit card scene would have never happened, that's the funniest thing. Freak League never got like that.
But see, that's the thing, though, right? That's why I said ass make the world go round. Because that's literally what that symbolizes.
I mean, but look, in the difference in years, sensual seduction happened.
Yeah.
Look, sexual seduction happened. It's time to sign off. Night, everyone. Night, Carl. We appreciate you being on the stream.
We probably about to close it down here in the next 10 minutes because we done definitely went over our normal limit.
But look. But that's the thing. Look,
we're gonna have to double title this shit for real.
Look. Here's the thing. You had Freak League. You had that song by Mystical, the Shake Your Ass song by Mystical. When you actually read that joint, when you actually read the lyrics to that joint, you like, they don't even make tip drill sound bad. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
I mean, yeah. That man was just so aggressive. Like, so aggressive. He was out here. But anywho, yeah. Look, I promise you, if Tip Drill would have came out in 2019,
oh, that shit would have been top of the charts.
He still probably would have got canceled.
It probably wouldn't even been made by Nelly. It probably would have been like Megan Thee Stallion or somebody making.
Look, you know what? No, she would have made a remix and it would have blew up better. You know what's funny though? Instead, the only bad thing would be is that danger. Is that instead of the card getting swiped,
Nivea.
Look, instead of the card getting swiped, because we got the chips, it would have had to get inserted.
Oh God, bro, that would have made shit so bad. You're right.
Nelly would have got canceled so hard because all you'd see is some crazy dude going like, "Do you take a chip?
See, you know what?
Do you take a chip? Can I tap it?" Look, be sitting there trying to do this and get kicked in the face.
I really liked.
It's a good thing that did not come out.
I liked the era of like that kind of provocative dance music when it was like the whole wine phase. Like you remember like all the
wine on it. Yes.
I do. I mean, I like ass shaking, but like when you can move your whole body a type of way, that shit hits on a whole different level.
I'm not gonna lie, that is mesmerizing.
It's like, what did you do?
I'm trying to reserve my comments in case some folk that know me see this and be like, I can't believe.
Oh, bro, we in this together, so I already said what I done said. Look, what did I say in my last poem? I'm an invisible man that ain't famous. They don't even see me.
I mean, I'm not though.
If you gonna say
it, I mean, I'm not though.
If you're gonna say it, now is the only time when you can say it.
I'm not though. I'm the one that gets identified by the names of my grandparents. Like, no.
You ain't gotta say nothing crazy, bro. More like Shakira, right?
Moves like
hips
Shakira.
Don't lie.
Look, moves like Shakira with a body like, moves like Shakira with a body like Bria Miles, though.
See?
I'm just saying.
All right.
Look, hey. I like what I like.
Hey.
I like what I like.
Oh, and listen. It is what it is.
Pure chocolate, bro. Pure chocolate. It's wonderful. Look, hey, dark chocolate is good for your heart. It's good for you. It's got health benefits.
Here's me.
I'm tripping. But
all varieties of chocolate and caramel
are beautiful.
I love it.
I mean, I love it too. I just look, I love it too. I just have a preference towards chocolate. That's just the truth. I'm just saying.
The blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. They made that phrase.
Look. I'm just saying. Look, if you that and to be honest, look. Anytime I see a black woman that's like fully chocolate and has like completely even skin tone, I'm like, can I hang out with you for a week so I can like steal some of your skin products? Like,
oh my God,
for real,
Lord, this dude.
I'm telling the truth, bro. I'm trying to get right. Look. It's kind of even now because it's been hot. As soon as it hits winter, all of this caramel. Like, no.
Man.
No, Kiki yellow cake. No, she ain't.
Nah, you know what? We I think we done said enough. We have said enough.
We have.
Hey y'all,
we are never gonna get monetized.
Once again, we want to thank y'all for being tuned in and sticking with us all night. This is a little bit longer of a stream than what we normally do. We may keep it at this length. We might drop it down. I don't know. We really enjoyed this.
This is straight. Look, Nick, hey girl, give me your lotion. Look. It ain't just the lotion. I need the whole kit because the lotion might be part of the kit. You know what I'm saying?
Whew.
Lotion, hair products, oils. I prefer oils and liquid-based, like oil-based products and water-based products because I get product buildup very easy.
Listen,
I just need a little. I don't need a lot. We can sure.
We technically don't want to ask y'all for actual products up on here, but we do have a support link.
We do.
Y'all can hit that support link. The link is pinned to the top of the chat.
Yep.
Click on that. Go down to support.
We got PayPal. We got Cash App.
Send us some funds to help keep this podcast going.
We working on getting the bank account together because some people are still old and use checks. We trying to be accessible.
Damn.
Look, we need, like I said, we need them. See, I ain't got no paper I can mess up. Bump it. I'm gonna use the same paper. Hold on. Let me see.
Bruh.
Give me the back paper. Nobody cares about
you and these paper examples.
Look, I'm just saying we need
get a paper
donations.
Cut,
donations.
Yes, the link is in the top
donations.
Chat. Pinned to the top of the chat.
Donations. Gifts.
Once again, thank y'all for tuning in to the podcast. We're going to do a poll this week.
I do want to have donations.
So check on Facebook and check on YouTube because that's where we can really put the poll at.
Yep.
We're probably going to do all the topics that are part of the poll, but we want to see what people want to hear the most of.
Yep, that's what we'll start with.
Because we talk about all kinds of stuff all the time.
We'll still go down the line, and 9 times out of 10, you will get your topic talked about.
Yes, you will.
But whoever gets the most votes gets it first.
Yep. And that's going to be the order of precedence.
Yep. The pod's going to be coming later. Probably it should be uploaded. It will be uploaded by tomorrow.
Yeah, so for those of y'all who want to go back and listen to the audio only version, or anybody who misses the live stream and you want to share with them, they can get the cut down version.
Share the wealth.
They'll miss out on how great this is, but they'll still get the cut down version.
Share the wealth. Look, if you're going to let's just say it like this. Look, if you're going to be on here and give us a bunch of views on here, but you don't want to listen to the podcast, that means you got to donate to the Cash App or to the PayPal because we're not monetized, okay?
Better remember.
We get paid for the podcast. We don't get paid for this.
But yeah, every little bit helps y'all. Thank you once again.
Donate.
Please take him serious with that paper.
He
means business. He's gonna hurt himself if y'all don't donate.
Look, hey, it be working for Umar. I feel like if I keep
I need your grit money.
Look, if I keep repeating it, it'll get stuck in your head and you'll be like, you know what? I need to go ahead and donate. Tax deductible donations.
We gotta stick together, man.
Tax deductible donations.
All my African queens, my caramel queens, my
don't make
Oreo queens.
This woman said paper cut. Don't make me have to go to the casino and lose $20 for the culture because the ancestors don't want me to get the money that way. I need them donations.
Good night, all. Right?
I mean, we ain't building the school, but I'll send you a shirt with a school on it.
Twice.
And I'll get it in different sizes in case you want to give one to your grandma.
Twice.
Let Granny live good too.
Twice.
Tell Granny I need them donations.
Twice.
I need your almost tithe money. No, I'm playing. I ain't trying to get struck by lightning.
I think you already said it though.
I did. Lord forgive me. Don't give me your tithe money, please don't. Set that aside. I don't need 10%. I don't need that much. Just slide me like an extra dollar bill or something. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I need your 4 for 4 money. I need your 4 for 4 money. You gonna have people stealing out of grandma's purse for the donation?
Hey, look, she don't need it today.
Look. See, I ain't with him. I ain't with. Never. I am not with. Look, I ain't with him. Don't steal out your grandma's pocket. Get you a paper route or something.
Lord.
Get you a job. Pay your bills. Pay your grandma back, and then I'm gonna need them donations. Don't be stealing from your grandma, dog. That's messed up. She gonna beat you in the afterlife, and then beat me for taking it. That's a paper trail.
Hey, everybody got to go down together. Hey, this ain't no boat. It ain't just the captain. I'm taking all y'all with me. Twice.
So you saying all y'all, I don't feel like I'm a part of it.
Not the 4 for 4. Man, listen.
You know you don't need it.
Hey, this is where that couch cushion money really come in handy.
Oh God, I need your Colgate money. Half y'all don't brush your teeth anyway.
Woo, Lord.
Jesus.
For $1 a day, you can feed it. No.
Shit, I can swim. You on your own. I can swim to save my life, but that's about it. I still gotta reach somewhere.
Man, listen. I can swim too, and I still don't believe in getting on boats and yachts. But we really got to go and wrap this up, y'all. This has been pretty fun. We done almost went for 3 hours, so yeah, that's how I know we're doing too much.
Look, if you really need to get some money, here's some tea. Look, if you really need to get some money, sell a large piece of plywood on Facebook Marketplace for $30.
Or follow your passion and find a way to turn it into money.
You can that is turning it into money. Do you know how expensive plywood is now?
Dirty wine. Yes, dirty wine.
I'm not kidding. Look, I can pull it up right now. A 7/16 4x8 sheet of plywood and tell you exactly what it costs right now.
Nick is literally being Johnny 2x4 from Ed, Edd n Eddy. If you know, you know.
Nigga, Plank is the richest nigga in that show right now.
If you know, you know. Please.
That man is the richest in the show right now. That man is worth like
drop the door on this nigga. Like drop the actual door plus the frame on this nigga.
Half is worth 4 top jawbreakers. They can split that man up into timber, sell him, and they can buy jawbreakers for the whole hood. That's how expensive this crap is. Look, I want y'all to look at this. 7/16 4x8 OSB sheathing. Look at this price right here.
No.
Look at what this says.
You literally did
Look at what this says.
Hey.
That used to be. I remember when this was $8. This is $9. This is $47.65. If you got some leftover lumber that ain't messed up and ain't all naughty, you need to sell that stuff right now. White folk is out here building decks.
Twice for $10,000 and above. You can sell them some. This the new re-rock, dog. Bruh. You don't need to sell drugs. You need to sell wood. You get some money. Basically,
folks is actually selling bundles of wood on Facebook Marketplace.
But
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm trying to help y'all. And then whenever you get that money, I need them donations.
Hey, follow the link
digitally so that way you don't waste the money on the paper. Donations.
Tap the link. Scroll down to support. Help us keep making this podcast what y'all like.
Yes.
Hoodies and sweatshirts and t-shirts for the summertime coming soon. More discussions. In person with other people.
Yes.
Coming soon.
Very soon.
Your mama. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, thank you guys for joining us on the Black in a Minute podcast live stream. Thank you for tuning in to the very end with us.
I'm sorry, did she say titty tops? What?
Titty tops sound like
Actually, that might be kind of lucrative just because it is less fabric, so it might be cheaper.
What do they call those things? Titty tops sounds like
That's a halter.
tater tots.
Tater tops.
And tater tots are good. And I like titty. You know what? Never mind. I'm getting off here. We getting off here, y'all. Thank y'all. Have a good night. We gotta go. Hey, cut. Right. Goddamn. Goddamn shit.
Oh my God, we are never getting monetized. We're gonna get sent an email later today and be like, yeah, you know how you was probably gonna get monetized.
Goddamn boys on that podcast.
That's not gonna happen. Yeah, that's gonna happen in about 10. Oh, 10 days? No, 10 years.
Goddamn boys crazy on that goddamn podcast.
Bruh,
cut.
I'm about to check my email to see if I'm getting a cease and desist letter right now.
Twice.
For real.
All right, y'all. But on the real though, we're gonna get up off here because it's getting late.
Oh.
And we got stuff to do. Both of us do.
My soul.
But this has been the Black in a Minute podcast. Thank you so much.
Okay.
And
and it looks like we got 2 more subscribers. That's wonderful.
Shout out to y'all. We will we'll have we'll try to get better at keeping y'all up to date on when the live streams happen. It's almost always 7:30 p.m. on Thursday evenings. I'll have that posted up to where you can see that, and we'll start giving you reminders about a few days to a week early.
Yes,
so that way you know way ahead of time. But once again, thank y'all. This has been the Black in a Minute podcast.
Yep.
I go by the Dark King Poet. That's dark skin with a G on the end.
And I go by Nero Angelo. This has been wonderful. Peace out.
Power.
That was perfect. Hold on. Let me hit the end. Yes.